Could be doing
I
that.
can pick
Well-
my nose over here if it makes you look better.
You do what?
Pick my nose.
You
But
could be-
you're
you could
not
be-
on the
you could be
street.
picking his nose. That would be worse.
No, with each other.
Yeah.
You can pick your friends, you can pick your
Your friend-
nose, but you
Can't pick your friend's nose.
There,
Gross.
there. Now you can pick your
Okay.
nose
Listen.
and make it
Yeah.
look better.
Hot cocoa with caramel and coconut.
Oh my God, that's Ooh,
Girl. Tracy,
Good.
did you want to try?
I'm good.
I'll try
I'm
that.
Thank you, though.
I found this place in the foundry,
I was gonna.
All right.
get some of that
Golden
before
milk and
that
has
banana pudding.
cinnamon.
Oh, it's turmeric.
milk, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh my
With
God,
all the stuff y'all got.
That is
lined
so
up.
good.
I did not.
You'll be fine for tonight.
Doug, do you want to
Save-
try
save
Girl
us the
Scout
way.
cookie?
No,
Cocoa?
no, I got Girl Scout cookies coming. But thank you.
But yeah, so that's basically what has gone before. So you guys, obviously
That might be
Chief Constable
menu.
Cecil has said, look, I'll
It's
reach
not on the
out,
menu.
we
I
need
can't
to talk.
tell, but, you know.
it's so good. It is good.
It's at one point, you run into Cecilia from the Sleepers Agency.
Ow.
And you guys pop into a nearby pub, and she basically is like, what happened? I'm not sure how forthright or truthful you guys are gonna be about what exactly happened, but she definitely is
So I see it.
in a debrief.
What's gonna get us in the least amount of trouble?
Lying.
Home sleeping, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Like I
lying.
said,
It's gotta
that
be
is one thing that we need to get some kind of nice rest so we can just replenish our spells.
You just maybe just put her off and say, hey, look, we'll talk in the morning.
Right,
kind
I
of
mean,
thing.
yeah, I need some sleep. I need to get some stuff back so I can,
Cool. Yeah, so, yeah, you guys would have been, pretty wiped out, but beyond that, I mean, you can tell that the town is largely sort of disturbed, right? People are in the clubs. People in the clubs talking about stuff and I mean, even at the Silver Wagon and, if you guys go by the Stain or anything like that, it's very much, it's the talk of the town, really, literally. Not only with what happened at Fort Hill Course, but the burning of Iris Hill. Now, from the standpoint, the next morning, one of you probably gets up early, probably the stealthier members of the party will get up early and go out to Iris Hill and check it out. Largely the fires, it's still smoldering, there's still smoke coming out of it, but they're largely out. Due in most part to the fact that everything that was on fire has pretty much burnt as far as it's gonna. The manor house collapsed backwards over onto the thing
See
and
that?
most of it is fire. The kitchens, the outdoor kitchens, which is the building furthest that way on this side, those have burnt and collapsed, as has the carriage house, which is the middle building.
Lesser restoration. It's a second level spell.
Did we do that?
No,
It depends
I
on-
didn't.
no,
I have a
Yeah.
feeling that it depends
No.
on who's asking.
Yeah.
no,
I'm just asking you in general.
no,
Okay, we didn't do that.
no, no.
Yes, he did.
I will,
Yeah, you did. But,
fake news. It's a witch hunt.
It's a witch hunt.
It's a witch
Except they're
hunt.
finding
I'm
actual
walking
witches
out.
all over the place.
Yeah, Lord.
No.
There's a shitload of witches in this town.
It's not detective.
But the bathhouse is completely destroyed. A flaming tree creature ran into it.
I didn't do that.
It was the elemental. That was your elemental.
I know it was.
Someone's what you get.
Well, I've been denying it.
Everybody's in full denial.
Plausible deniability, Les, come on.
But I mean, I think that emphasis here should be on plausible.
Huh?
You're
Because,
plausible,
yeah,
right.
I mean, there were
Oh, yeah,
some witnesses,
right.
but
We didn't
But
kill
yeah.
them all? I mean, they didn't die in this
No.
structural fire?
They didn't see what actually happened?
Do what?
I bet
Use those two
I
plugs
bet
in
if they
this
think
one.
they saw us, it was smoke problems.
Yeah, I think it was.
smoke does get in people's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the bottom
The
one.
smoke gets in your eyes.
Smoke inhalation makes them a little bit delusional.
The last time most people saw
There
you
were
was
some
the
pretty
night,
funny looking plants.
true, the night before at Fort Hill Course, where the mob came out that had been sort of incensed by Matthew McConaughey, and he'd sort of like dragged a bunch of people out there, sort of not a lynch mob, but a mob, to see, because
It was a
basically,
lynch mob.
well, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He basically had told people that you guys were conducting a coup, right? On Count Lowell's. Now, most people are like, well, Count Lowell's hasn't been here for a couple of weeks. Most people are aware that the Count's out of town, but he had sort of like, these guys are going everywhere and that kind of stuff. And you're like, we will explain everything. And I think that's still sort of outstanding, right? It's not, it didn't happen the day that you guys said you were gonna do it, because other things had gone down, but it was still sort of still a box that needs to be checked.
On our bucket list.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
This crowd, the crowd that came up to Iris Hill was largely different from the crowd that came to Hale Course.
How so?
Yeah.
The Hale Course crowd had been sort of incensed, so it was like a night crowd, right? Whereas this was more like normal townspeople.
Looky-loos kind of thing.
Yeah, where the previous night was more like people that Matthew McConaughey had sort of like riled up the
Oh,
night
really?
before.
Okay.
It might be.
And basically it was Chief Constable Cesyll that took
That's not.
the
like
parapet and
another
said, look,
engineer or
That's
something like
fair,
that.
yeah.
I'm the chief constable,
Alright.
these people are helping
Because it
me,
does work on the lap.
there's
It
no
doesn't work on
food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go back to your homes, and that was when, I think at that time, Belmont basically said, or maybe it was Jax, I don't know, that we will.
It
we
was
will
not
ex-
Belmont because he was dead.
Not, at that point, it wasn't,
Oh, fair.
this is back at Fort Hill Course.
Oh, gotcha.
I think it was Belmont who said, look, we will explain everything
Right.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Somebody said that with that.
somebody
we got- Yeah, we
so I
got.
said Jax, but I
Right.
think it was
Yeah,
Belmont.
I
Jack
think it was
did-
Belmont.
Yeah,
No,
Jack-
Jax would
yeah,
not say
Jack
that.
wouldn't say that, no. You are
It was
correct.
Belmont's.
And now he's dead.
Yeah.
So by the
What
way.
did we learn from that, Luke?
Excellent. Okay. So yeah, so then there's this morning where you guys hit
Good point.
Iris Hill, and I think you got here at 5 a.m. or something like that. And then over the course of 3 hours. Now, most of the buildings are tore down, but they're not like burnt to ashes, right? There's a lot of wreckage. The manor house has a lot of wreckage. The kitchen outbuilding and the carriage house are mostly, it's not like burnt to crisp, it's more like burnt and collapsed.
Yeah.
And that's, so you can see a lot of the wreckage. And collapsed floors, that basically what happens, the second floor of both buildings sort of pancakes in.
Yeah, so all the clues we need to advance our game are still there and available to us to find.
To one degree.
Potentially.
That's what your documents.
Potentially.
One thing of
what
interest
documents?
is that the guest house, the house that you were in,
Mhm.
that you visited
What,
with
Asa and his wife?
Talk
did?
about like in the
Asa
game.
Daly.
Okay,
They didn't live there, but they were staying.
Okay,
They were guests.
that's where
of
we
the town.
encountered
That's
them.
where you encountered them.
Okay.
yeah. Well, until they came running out and started, attacking.
They started it first.
Yeah, since we're deputy constables, could I get access to some confidential, confidential documents?
No.
then?
Yeah, in the pile of rubble that says, confidential,
Yeah.
Potentially,
Okay.
do you have some documents in mind?
anything we'll need.
Yeah, anything
There
that
were
would
some
help
documents at Fort
advice?
Hale Course that you had briefly perused
We'll see.
Yeah.
that were regarding like,
Who is at Iris Hill?
nobody.
Well, no, I'm going to Iris Hill.
Okay, well, I think
I'm going to Iris Hill.
Bella was probably going to.
You and me then are going to Iris Hill.
Yeah, basically,
That's
this,
not
this,
you all.
I don't know if you're coming to Iris. We
Yeah,
talked
we-
about coming to Iris.
Yeah, we did.
Somebody,
Yeah.
I'm going to Iris Hill.
right, this is really early in the morning before
I don't care.
anybody's up. So I figured what you guys are doing is reconnaissance rather than adventure.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Is that
Yeah,
accurate?
nothing over the
That's good
top
in the park.
adventure, just, let's see what's going on. Let's figure
Yes.
out a
It's
plan.
all dead.
I
Right.
don't know, seems awfully split.
And I've
party
got,
to
I'm
me.
checking
Yeah, so
the dead
split the
and all
party.
that.
Yeah, we're definitely the party, yeah.
How deep into the complex are you going?
Oh,
I'm gonna go all the way.
Deep. It's up and all the way up.
Up to like even the rubble of the manor
Yep.
and the other building?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let me check some.
Now, you guys don't have to go.
Well, no, we have to find out, we missed stuff here that we need to find.
See what we missed.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah, because
Go
there
ahead,
are
I'm not
clues here that we did
I'm not
not
talking to
find.
you.
You go play your next justice.
That's right, you go
game.
play with yourself.
Yeah,
Pretty good at that.
Don't let him do that, considering the last time.
no, I
he
said,
did-
he can plan it, not execute it.
Oh,
I
okay.
wonder if
It's the execution that got us
a
fucked.
portion of the party is blaming Jax for the current.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
I'm
No,
so
justice,
used to that.
justice day.
About
So,
playing with
anyway.
yourself.
Yeah.
Not talking
Oh,
about like that.
I thought you were talking about planning.
Don't
justice.
blame Justice Day for everything.
Okay, there's.
Can we blame it for
cookies over
most of
there.
the things?
There's one box that's got chocolate
Should-
chip.
make no
layer
mistake.
is,
I'm investigating.
Cookies and cream.
Make the mistake, it's
Then the
just.
bottom one
I'm not
there,
talking to
one
you.
is
I
cookies with M&Ms, and then the bottom layer is
had
peanut
one of
butter
the
and
M&Ms
Reese's Pieces.
I'm sure.
I should have one then.
On the other hand, I have never had an M&M cookie that sucked.
Yeah, no.
So,
They're
I'm
not
not
very
sure
good.
I'm
Don't
not
eat
sure
any
which
of them.
one's which.
I wanna have one right now, because Don says not to. He's lied to us before.
Luke, hot chocolate with caramel and coconut?
Well, have to try that. Where did you get that?
That, she made it herself,
Made it.
Well,
Yeah,
I ordered
scooters.
it.
Ordered in scooters.
but they made it for her. That is very good. Oh, yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That single-handedly could blow my New Year's resolution.
Which place was? or-
Scooters where we went for the Christmas lights thing.
Oh,
Scoot
yeah.
around and you were like, ugh.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was
where
just
you guys
definitely a
kept
lot
making
less crowded than
shows.
Starbucks and
Yeah, her maybe scoot.
a lot, almost the same
I like it
quality.
better.
Yeah, I like it a
The
lot better.
coffee too is a better quality.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you
Starbucks
send
is
me
overrated.
Whatever
Starbucks to me
combination
tastes like
thing
everything is
that
burnt.
is.
It's just hot chocolate with a pump of caramel and a pump of coconut.
You still haven't even write it down.
It's like a caramel delight Girl Scout cookie.
That's about as good as telling me that. I don't
But
know.
I actually got them.
Well, that was also good.
Yeah. We'll pick a
The
raspberry.
raspberry mocha.
Yeah.
Can I taste yours?
Yeah.
Do you want to taste the white chocolate pistachio?
Well,
Let me ask you if I wanted some before the order.
You were the best.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I probably would have said no anyways.
Get the cookies and cream one.
That's good.
That's
Is it
one in
on
the front
bottom?
box, one in the front box, the bottom.
I think that
Fair.
was cookies
Is
and
it?
cream.
They're good.
Have to see if they
They
can
look
do a
like they're
raspberry
big,
white
okay,
chocolate
thank
or
you.
white mocha.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
It's a,
Yes. Yeah.
that's what I got. You just got me the same thing you did.
Yeah, we got the pistachio white mocha
Good.
and she got a raspberry mocha
Would you like to press them?
and now
Oh.
my brain is thinking, I wonder if they could do a raspberry white mocha because
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
Don,
Well, because
that
raspberry white
has got
chocolate
to
is
be a
good.
nasty combination.
Well,
Celery and chocolate chip cookies,
that's,
yay.
that's just taking the shaving of the celery and had to see if this was shaved or not. It is.
We just make good choices, don't we,
What do
guys?
you mean?
We do.
shave?
He actually shaves the top part, get rid of the strings,
Okay.
and it makes a difference.
It does make a difference.
The springs are annoying with celery.
I don't like strings on bananas either.
Yeah, I got a prove it. Yeah, yeah. So I've got quite a combination here. I've got bourbon. I've got coffee. I've got cookies.
You got cookies?
So even the second monitor is so nice.
No, so mom,
you
yeah,
want to try the pistachio?
Lime is good.
and it's sugar to work
Do you
well.
want to try
Okay,
pistachio?
Like
white
if I
mocha?
ever
Sure.
go traveling or something like that, anybody with me, yeah,
Mhm.
that still helps.
Um,
Damn it, let me.
I know,
Done
it's
to me
good.
now.
Luke, you got a second?
Yep.
Let me talk.
Honestly, Luke, whenever he asks that, your answer should be no.
Exactly.
You wanna talk to me?
Always be no.
Yeah, you won't.
Why?
Stop talking.
The pistachio and raspberry are seasonal, so.
It's getting him to shut up. It's a
It's
trick.
been forever, sadness.
I was just like, I'm thinking the peppermint one was seasonal then too. 'cause
Yeah.
It was only around Christmas time, yeah.
It'd be great with the raspberry in it. That would be really good.
Adorable grandma calling me right before her bedtime to see how the trip went.
How's your mom doing, Don? Good?
Good.
I need to stop by and see her one of these days.
Well past her bedtime yesterday because her daughter was out.
What's her bedtime now?
8.
Oh my God.
More like mine.
No, there's a difference between what bedtime and what time you fall asleep on the couch. There is a difference.
Her bedtime is after wheel.
Fair.
Sometimes you get up at 6, 5.
Oh, probably.
Paper folding time.
I would,
Still,
Aldi
I
had
was
the
in
Bill
bed
Bill
at,
and Hollis
7:30
Bacon
last night.
Yesteryear
I
cookbook.
was in bed at
What?
In the
7:30
Isle of
last
Shame?
night.
Someone in the Aldi Isle of Shame community posted it.
See, Glenn makes fun of me when I go to bed, when I love to go to bed at 8:30.
Every
said,
video of his that
"Yeah,
I
I missed
find
your
where the
2-hour
recipe's good,
nap.
I have
How-
it saved.
how
for
are
the
you
recipe.
doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cause I look over and
I'm
he's
gonna
sitting
make
there.
some of them someday.
I'm gonna be looking for this when I go to Aldi next.
Yeah,
go quick.
So the two of you.
yeah, I was gonna say, they close at 8 PM, let's go now.
I mean, they rotate what they have.
I know, yeah.
That's why. it's
Kinda
called
walk-
The Isle of Shame.
Huh?
Away. You can say,
I'm really
Because
good.
I'm
at
looking at the
resisting
rubble.
aisle, but
Right.
That's one that I would buy.
There are, yeah, I look
See
at
me
it all
all-
the time I'm in there.
every once in a while I go,
I can't wait until the one,
that kind of stuff.
on the way to the
So,
Walmart and those.
You're
yeah,
noticing things that
that's
we
what I'm
didn't
gonna-
notice the first
Oh, and
time.
they're quick, yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind of
Because I was gonna,
my
like,
point is that we missed a lot of stuff because we
Walmart
just
and
went in and
everything
just started
Mhm.
hacking it.
Just send them to
Yeah,
Aldi's
Yeah, and that
then
didn't do us
Walmart.
any good.
Right.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time, trying to get away from the hound.
Most
of
of the time, I get it of all the
Trying to
activity,
survive.
and
Yeah.
occasionally I have to go to the specialty aisle at Schnucks,
Yeah.
or beg Uncle Don, hey, the next time you're at Costco, can you get some
Mhm.
better
Yeah.
than bullion, cause
I can do
the
that.
giant jars of better than bullion at Costco are less expensive
Yeah.
than the tiny jar.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I buy at Costco, the stuff
Yeah.
that I know is overly priced. if it
Yeah,
goes-
when we run out of the vodka, I'm definitely gonna need you to go back and get
I can do that.
some more, yeah.
I have a Costco license too.
Get the
I never
Kirkland.
get anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So do I.
I was just there Wednesday, actually.
where you?
Got gas and some carrots for the dogs. Cause God knows them damn dogs spitting you out of. Oh my God, that bag's almost halfway gone. Dogs. Of course, they were really upset last night because they couldn't have, Tegan was fasting for 12 hours.
Oh,
Poor Fox.
oh.
Actually, it
Love
turned
that.
out to be more than that, cause I had to go to the Fox last night, so he stopped eating at 6:30. And didn't get to eat till 9:30 at night.
He came home there passed out. on the
Oh my
floor.
God, that's so dumb. The problem is, I'm not sure if the, cause every year, cause it happened with Grady and all those bad blood work, bad blood tests, I'm getting blood work done every year on the dog. Well, his platelet count was like 11,000, like 16 times higher than it's supposed to be. But that was the only thing that was out of whack. So I'm
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, so I got.
And that is just a bad-
Well, the
bad
thing
test.
is that, I'm like, well, then I read up on the internet, like sometimes that kind of stuff happens because the lab doesn't do the blood work in a timely manner.
Right,
Oh.
right, when
And-
it's that far off.
Right.
there's
And then
usually
they
something
start
wrong with the
breaking
lab.
down, the
Right.
regular cells
And
start
then- so
breaking
the-
down into.
So the technician this
platelets.
morning kind of like, when I went back to the fasting test, like, okay, well, yeah, the lab we have been doing in the past sometimes waits too long to run these tests and the lab values are out of whack. And I'm like, great, so I'm not spending another $160
Yeah,
because you guys
yeah,
got a lab that doesn't know what the hell they're doing. So,
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
my dad was in the hospital last time and his blood count was really out of whack. And then the next day they checked it and everything was normal.
Mhm.
We said, well, what was the cause? And they got to looking. The only way his blood could have gone from this to this would have been if they'd given him 3 pints of blood
Mhm.
between the day before and
Right.
that day. So they evidently got his results mixed up with
Mixed
somebody
up,
else.
Yeah.
so it's
Because
like,
they said, there's no way you could have made
no,
the
Yeah.
change.
We
you
did
did
not
like
give
that.
you 3 pints of
Yeah,
blood.
this did not happen.
because I compared Tegan's results to the last time he did, last year when he did it, was the only thing, the values that were off last time were only off by a point, we're still off this time by a point.
Mhm.
The only difference was a platelet count being like 3 times what it should have been.
That's just.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, what my response is gonna be, if the vet comes back with results and say, well, he's perfectly fine, I'm like, okay, then you need to go to that first lab and say, okay, if you knew that their procedures were bad, they need to credit you for that amount of money because I'm not paying for the second blood test
Yeah.
because you guys screwed up the first one,
Yeah.
So. It's like, plus the fact it scares you to death because you're thinking the dog that, you're gonna have to do something crazy. I've been through that before, and I don't wanna do that, you've been through that too before, it's like, I don't wanna do that again.
I mean, even when we
Well,
have
platelets
like
being
a,
too high just means you can stab them in the.
But
plot.
then
Fair,
all the things the vet tells you that could be possibly wrong.
Right.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
we're back to the same, okay, what, do I go back to the decision, do I euthanize them, that kind of stuff, I'm like, I don't wanna do that crap. I don't wanna spend, I don't wanna go there to agony again because you guys got a lab that don't know what the hell they're doing.
And they don't.
Well, yeah, it's like,
This is an issue.
just because my dog won't let me brush his teeth every freaking day, doesn't mean I don't love the damn dog, or do anything for him. And spend $6,000, or $10,000 to,
I'm very glad that we don't worry about that with Holiday, because he'll just chew on his bones so often that he cleans his own
Right.
teeth and.
yeah, Tegan can do that too, but Sadie, she's a different story.
I mean, it's the same thing with Fly. Fly never chewed on anything, so
Mhm.
her teeth
Our dogs
are
will
like
chew on-
yellow and brown.
Right.
Our
Right,
dogs
yeah.
will chew on
Which
the
is healthy.
bones, shoes, socks,
Mhm.
bits of plastic.
Yeah, Holiday's stopped doing
Whatever's
that.
in the
Hey,
tray.
yeah,
just
yeah.
toys now,
Well,
yeah.
well, that's what I'm afraid of with Tegan, because Tegan will eat just about anything.
Yes.
Bird seed out of the bird feeder, and I'm like, so I'm thinking, okay, there's something going on internally that's causing this shit to be out of whack, but if you're telling me that the lab you're using is clogged, I'm worrying for nothing,
Yeah,
Yep, just drives me nuts.
you'd prefer it if your medical areas knew what they were doing.
Right, and yeah,
Oh, gosh.
just, it's not,
That-
medical stuff's not cheap anymore, it's like, guys,
No,
I'm not
I,
gonna give you $160,
our pointer came in one day, one of the nails on the back fence had evidently come loose and they were barking at the neighbor's dog. Well, he came in, he had a little bit of blood on his ear.
Mhm.
Well, the next day, I'm looking, I thought, why does he have so much blood? He had a chunk torn out of his ear. And then I thought it was just dripping onto his shoulder. No, he had a gash this big. What the hell?
Mhm.
So took him to the vet and got him in there and they looked and they said, well, we're gonna have to do this. And I went back to pick him up. Now this dog is 90 pounds, good sized dog. They had him, I went and got, since it was right here, the cones wouldn't set on it because it would rub it. So I went and got one of the inflatable ones, thinking, okay, that'll work. So they go put that on him, they bring him out, and he's got his head wrapped in that green stuff.
Yeah.
This blue thing. He looks like a little old lady. And he's looking at me like, you.
You're gonna pay later.
Get him to the car and he's sitting there in the passenger seat like this. And I thought, he absolutely hates me.
I'm gonna rip off your face.
And about that time he went, thunk, and face planted on my dash. I thought, no, he's just drunk.
He just, yeah.
He just all drugged up.
And they gave me all of his medication and it ended up being an antibiotic and basically 3 painkiller sedatives.
Yeah, that'll whack anybody.
Yeah.
We had a friend who posted something about, if you wanna know who loves you more, your wife or your dog, lock them both in the trunk, drive around for an hour, let them out and see who forgives you first.
Right.
Yeah.
Me?
So we'll be
Yeah,
lucky
right.
enough to see her when we're down there, won't we?
Yeah, she'll
Well,
still
She'll
be
be there
there.
for
Sure, we'll get to you
3 fucking
eventually.
months.
But that's what you
I
guys
don't
kind of
envy
see.
Mark.
So,
What? Honestly.
Brady, Bella,
in his
uh,
defense, he's always-
Dust
he's
Bar, so you guys
marrying
sort
over
of like are
every
creeping
fucking-
around
Yeah.
the
I'm sorry,
rubble of Iris Hill.
you know?
It's quite early in the morning, so there's no other look and lose. Obviously you're sort of sensing things. But you guys don't, I mean, there's nothing moving here. Give me a quick perception check, Grady.
I would love to.
That's what his ear looked like.
Ooh,
His head.
Did you rip off somebody's ear?
yeah, she did.
What?
No.
Ooh, what happened?
Van Gogh.
There was evidently a loose nail on our fence and he managed to get his ear in here. This was back before Thanksgiving.
Well,
14.
This is what it looked like when I picked him up.
old. Looks like he's got a tennis ball on his head.
14.
All right, as you're sort of wandering around, there's a moment, and it passes quite quickly,
So just,
but there's a moment you feel like a chill. Sort of like a shudder behind. Like something's watching you,
Okay,
and you feel like you almost hear like a.
can I tell
But
what
it's that fast.
direction it's coming from or where it's behind me?
Yeah, and then it's gone.
Do I
Am I
recognize the
rolling? Am I rolling as
voice?
well? Am I rolling as well?
Yeah, give me a perception check when you get a moment, please.
Should I be growing up for two?
You're doing other stuff.
You roll it. You,
I think my dice that I
You can also
like
do the
are
metal
actually
ones.
still. Yeah, that was, never did like those.
Well, hell.
Which one is one of yours?
Well, if Colbert loves me, gives me really good buttons, because I can give it a laptop. Thank you. I thought it was highly.
So Uncle Wayne claims he doesn't like dogs, but he's just got.
Yeah.
That's high praise.
That's high praise from Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't reach Mindy, I tried texting her this morning, I tried calling her this afternoon, because I wanted.
Which
to
makes
check it
sense
out.
based on what we've done in the past, the counter in the past.
Yep.
And after
Bella,
a
would you
while,
roll?
I texted
So my
Wayne,
it's my
"Hey,
perception plus my roll, right?
it's just, do not.
Yes,
Okay.
your perception bonus plus your roll.
Do you know if she's home? She never responded.
What he said.
Mentally.
27,
Felicia,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Cause,
I mean,
you know,
take me to the corner.
he's at work,
I gotta
and
take
he's
it to
not
the
allowed to
corner.
his phone while he's.
Right.
working.
Taking you to the woodshed.
So I decided late afternoon to just drive over to their house to see if she was there. She was. I got my dad.
Okay.
I texted him. Hey, so Lisa's phone was just, the ringer was off.
Yeah.
Picked up Captain. Apparently he didn't see the second.
We need to
thing, 'cause he
find out
called
what we
me while I was
can
driving home
from
with
this
Captain.
area and get out of here as quickly as possible.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, what'd you
Yeah.
see?
He buzzed
I
over
just,
your house and
I
thanked
got
you
the
for
feeling
letting
that,
him do-
the
like,
hound
he's
of
been
Tinderhorse is
sporting.
still around.
No,
and
probably is, yeah.
he's, for some
Yeah,
reason,
yeah,
got
his high
me
praise.
in his,
We
is
slept
obsessed
over
with
here
me.
last night.
So I don't wanna hang out here any more than we need to,
I
or
can say my-
need to be
my
careful
medication's
of
at
where
home,
he
I forgot
might
about it.
show up at any
Sure.
time,
Shame on me.
Okay,
because he is not
I'll
our
take mine
friend.
for you.
no,
He's not my friend, definitely.
okay.
No.
Any particular direction?
You have the computer. what do you-
Behind me.
Well.
So I'm probably back in this area somewhere,
Nice.
so,
No, roll it yourself.
Alright.
I mean, he can go invisible at will,
I'll
so
roll it.
he could
What do you
be
need?
just about
You know
any.
what you need some ones? At the 9, doesn't count,
Alright.
it's on the wrong. It's on the wrong die. Yeah.
27.
D8
Did you get?
or D6.
It's a D8.
For hit point? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
Wow, I'm deaf now, that's loud.
So should they actually pop like that?
Well, it's due to the bottling, right?
Right.
So they're
That-
essentially
that's that
bottle
point.
conditioning themselves.
It- It's immature bottling,
It's, well, premature.
immature, premature,
That's
some
can I
kind of
have a
mature.
This is the last one.
Oh, that's okay. Well, do you have a honey one?
I do.
Can I have one? No, I love the honey ones too. That's all good.
I have funny ones.
You will lick
Can I drink
lick the inside of the bottle?
You know, like the
Yeah.
inside of the bottle when Tracy's done. I'll slurp it up.
Sorry, I'm in a weird mood tonight for some reason. It's
Yeah.
been one of those weeks, you know?
Yeah, it has.
Luke, what can I get you to drink?
We have whiskey. I might take you up on that. We'll see.
Oh, I see.
We'll see how these roll.
I did.
I didn't roll the ball for you. What are you doing?
Did you,
do you
Look
wanna?
at your character.
I'm good so
Why
far.
you-
What's that?
It's in the.
They love each
the
other,
hit
it's okay.
points.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Those two.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Like something with an olive,
Olive?
olive in it?
I legitimately didn't realize
Look
that's
at
how
that.
that worked.
We're level.
Yeah.
Okay for them to
Okay.
disagree.
Or do you want something different?
Yeah.
I can get you something
Yeah,
different.
we're level 5.
Level
No.
5, level 6.
What do you want, Don? Make up your mind.
Olive,
Good. Or level 5, level 6.
5.
Okay. You're right.
Got that one.
Don't expect anything else, Luke. You got that one. That's it.
I got that one.
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 That's all you get.
Okay, there, I changed it. Oh, thank you, Wes.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good, my raspberry.
But the last time I added XPs though was May 12th of last year, so
Well, if you do something important, then you may be able to add more XP.
we should have more XPs.
You know,
Your justice thing.
It's very busy. I've been
Very busy doing
not
what?
starting any
What?
fires.
You
Bullshit.
started a bunch of fires.
God, man.
Because you're
Not
actually
stop
lying
lying.
to start fires.
Yes.
I've been doing Justice Day.
Oh my
Start the
God.
fire.
Ugh.
The zombie exploding.
Well,
started
yeah,
the
but
fire.
I did do the fire elemental and set the
Max
trees
is
on
the-
fire. I did do that.
All around bad decision.
Yeah, we made very
I
bad
don't know
decisions.
what to do.
Yes, we did.
but so many of them. I
Yeah.
think, you know, when you make up for quality, you definitely make up in volume.
Yeah, definitely. We're a volume group. We do
I-
everything in volume, Les.
Got it.
Okay.
I
all about
highly
the
endorse-
volume.
And you pass the savings on the Thrushmore.
I highly
Exactly.
endorse the
Hey,
decision.
I don't have to clean this
Sheila
mess up.
Passing that zombie out the window before it exploded,
Passing,
throwing.
there you go.
Removing from the situation.
Removing from the situation. I highly endorse that.
Yeah, right. I do
He
too.
was awesome.
Right,
He was indeed.
Yes, our group definitely goes with the whole adage, go big or go home.
exactly.
Good
You
point.
go bigger than dead.
How is that, by the way?
What?
Oh, it's very good. It goes very well with my raspberry mocha.
Well, we got another 5 gallons in the fermenter right now. It's going into secondary, Sunday.
Mhm.
And, after that, we're gonna make probably at least half of that batch is gonna be, strawberry again, so.
So how long does the fermentation process take for the mead, Les?
So the primary fermentation takes about a week.
Okay,
For it to go from soup to nuts, alcohol wise. And then what we do is we pull it out of the primary fermenter and put it in a secondary. So we
Okay.
pull it off the yeast pad, but there's still yeast dissolved in the thing. So usually shaking it up just the transfer will usually reactivate some of those yeasts.
Okay.
And you'll see it, a secondary fermentation take place, so it'll bubble for a couple of days.
Okay,
Then we let it mellow in the secondary for a couple of weeks. Just to let it chill, and it smooths out, it just tends to mature a little bit. And after about total of 4 to 5, maybe 6 weeks, we pull it out of the secondary, and then bottles.
okay,
And then what's happening here is when it's in the bottles, the reason it's popping, which it normally would not. The reason it's popping is because there's still some suspended yeast in solution.
alright,
And when it goes into the bottles, it gets shook out.
Yeah, as long as you're.
And that yeast activates, and so the yeast will begin eating sugars and making alcohol again.
Okay.
And when yeasts eat sugar, they produce alcohol and they fart out carbon dioxide. So what happens is that carbon dioxide gets trapped in the bottom.
right,
And over time, it dissolves back into the solution. This is called bottle carbonation or bottle conditioning.
okay,
It's how a lot of homemade beer is carbonated. For homemade beer, you actually throw additional, before you bottle it, during the bottling phase, you actually throw more sugar in it. So it does exactly this thing. You can also force carbonate it by bubbling carbon dioxide through it.
right.
But bottle conditioning is more fun because every once in a while a bottle explodes. And it's a sort of.
Cool.
It gives me more skills, although realistically.
You know,
Oh.
But yeah, so.
when we were young, we think about
Yeah,
drinking
it's
it,
all
I would think
conditioned.
about making it. The older we get, like, how does it work? How does that make, how do you make all this stuff?
No, that's smart, that is, you're good.
Well, it's not really.
I blame Doug for my alcohol abuse.
What the hell?
I caused a lot of
You're just
it.
sitting here thinking I generally don't drink.
We had a lot of
unless
good
I'm here.
times. We really did. I think we did.
I generally
Why
don't
don't you
drink
go there
with
first?
My
The
favorite,
little dropper?
my favorite part,
Uh,
Doug, was always when you call me the next,
What?
my favorite part always was the
So,
next day when you call me and say, how did we get home? I'm like, I'm telling you, you drove.
Now, I tried dirty martinis and usually.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Freaking jug in there and it's terrible. But so what I do is I use a dropper to dirty the martini. It's just about half a drop. of
Oh, the
juice.
vermouth?
No, olive.
Oh, olive juice.
To dirty it up, yeah.
I just. Wait, I think I have some in my car.
Olive? I'll never forget that.
I love that.
That was awesome.
Plain Arcana.
Good gosh.
Did he tell you that story?
It's on your
Yes.
special.
I can't
So
remember,
good.
I can't remember where,
Was it,
it was when you went to the
Daikon.
restaurant.
It was
Okay,
Daikon.
Yeah.
we went, yeah, we went out
McGill.
afterwards.
I didn't know if it was Daikon or Archon.
No, it's
McGill.
Daikon, and we went to a bar afterwards.
McGill.
McGill's.
I'll tell you what, if you're interested,
And they didn't have anybody, he had some in his
Yes.
car.
if you're interested, I got something special for you.
You don't go to Daikon without olives, do you?
I don't anymore.
When you stood up, it's like, I'll get the emergency olives. And the waitress is like, the fuck? What? And then you came in and you got,
I know, a little container with a lid on it.
there you go, use these.
Daikon is also gonna be a Catan Nationals qualifier.
What?
Bless you.
Settlers of Catan.
Catan.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be a qualifier for nationals.
cool.
We just got notified 2 days ago.
Very cool.
Yeah,
John's been working overtime.
I told him, I said, so help me if you change it from the 5th edition. I said, I'm gonna be pissed. Because we were supposed to do it the year COVID hit.
Oh,
And so I spent all this time buying the correct edition and then we didn't do it.
Well, the Big Muddy guys, basically, I mean, I've been talking with Kevin, I'm working on some stuff for him, but,
We're working on getting postcards. The registration site is up and rolling. So now we can start. Stuff out.
$55 registration starts Monday
For what?
So,
for
And-
our.
and if,
Okay.
if I'm doing events, you can probably.
We have to go to that ditch.
Should we talk afterwards?
Yes, talk afterwards.
Yeah, let's do that afterwards.
Yeah, come on, talk afterwards. What the hell are you thinking, Les? Come on.
All right, so yeah, you guys kind of rummage around, each of you, have your own stories to tell. But it's quite early in the morning, I mean, fishermen, you know, it's strange how quickly a town sort of moves back to normal, right? As you guys are getting up, you can see
So we rested all
fishermen
night.
going out onto the lake and, yeah, you got a full rest.
Okay, good, that's
Yeah,
good. That's
full
what-
rest of the
that's
silver.
what- one
Yeah.
thing I needed to
I have
do.
a quick question for Kevin.
I doubt it'll be quick.
You cast it,
Lesser restoration.
lesser restoration.
I'm not. Not yet.
You don't have level 3 spell?
You rested.
I'll have it spelled though.
It's-
What do you need, Don? What can I do for you?
It's not a level
So
3
in the
spell.
morning, if you pray and ask for what spells you want that day,
Okay,
if one of those would be lesser restoration, it would be oh so grateful. It's a second level spell.
It's second level?
Lesser is.
Oh,
Full restoration
you're
is
okay.
forward.
I have thought-
Le- Restoration is fourth, lesser
Oh.
is second.
okay, I will pray for lesser restoration and
Okay.
take care of,
I thought it was
You.
third level, so.
I thought it was
like,
third level at
yeah.
first, I had to look.
Yeah.
I could have done it a long time ago.
Well, damn, dude.
Nobody asked.
Nobody asked.
All right, Andy.
so now nobody asked,
And Elib and Jax, wake up.
No, that's all right.
Get a good long thing. You realize that, the rest of the party's gone.
Mhm.
There is also, as you go downstairs to go, get some breakfast, this is probably 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
You guys might actually even be back by then.
Oh, no.
You know, as you guys sort of like, "Oh, that was a hell of a day." You have a couple of messages. One is from Cecilia over at the over at the Sleepless Agency, and she's like, "Look, I still want to get together and talk to you about what happened up at Iris Hill and at Fort Hale course, but also I want you to meet somebody."
Okay.
Well, let's do that.
And then there's also a message delivered by messenger from Constable Cesyll, who says, "When you get a moment sometime, either late this morning or early this afternoon, please come by Fort Hale course. I need to talk to you."
So everyone wants to see us.
Well, no, just Cecilia and Cesyll. Only the sea ladies.
Okay.
Mm.
Let's
That's
see,
where
so
the-
both, what, let me just say,
No, Cecilia wants you to meet at Sleepless Agents
Right,
at her
Oh,
offices.
yeah. Other one,
Uh,
the Fort Hale course.
Fort Hale course is where Constable Cesyll was.
right,
Should we, split the party again?
no.
The
No,
party's already split.
do
always seems to work.
not.
It does always seem to work, yeah.
We're back now, aren't we, from Fort?
It depends. I mean, did you guys?
I-
want to
Doug,
keep
you're coming
doing
back?
anything there?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys.
Okay.
I
We have-
mean-
we
So
have-
who's the new
we-
guy?
You know what you
What
know.
else do we?
I know what I know.
Yeah, and
You guys go back to the Silver Wagon, back to town.
Do you, Doug?
is there
Are you
anything else we
staying
need,
on-
anything else we need to get out of
I mean,
Iris Hill?
do I find everything else that I need to know?
I don't know what you need to know. I told you what you found.
Okay.
Unless you plan to take additional steps.
Okay, tell you what, are we still at Iris Hill?
Sure.
Alright. What do we know from what's left of Iris Hill that we think we have enough information, or we need more information from what's in Iris Hill?
So there is a force here using mechanization
Okay,
to speak with undead.
okay,
There is also a faint glimmer, if you will, of an undead presence.
okay.
You were laughed at, and you think that this wolf.
Yeah, the Hound of Tidulus is
the
still
hound, yeah,
around.
is still around, which
Right.
we knew it was.
And he was released by, what's his face?
Yeah, and
Who's-
so,
who's now deceased.
I mean, the idea, of
Well,
course,
this body is probably in that building somewhere.
yeah, and see, that's the thing, that knowing that there is a basement here. And that there is some other stuff that just hasn't been investigated.
Well, we haven't gotten
yet.
that far yet.
We haven't gotten that far yet, is that I'm not entirely confident the party's equipped to move forward.
Move forward. We need,
I think that the party in general is too wrapped up in other things.
Okay.
to
there are
treat
still
this
more
seriously.
things we can find out from here, Iris Hill, that we're missing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think the rest of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
party's gonna
right.
want to.
That's the kind of impression I got too, so we're missing some stuff from here we need to get before we can move on.
So the point is, either the two of us or the three of us can either spend a little bit more time here, or go back and, talk to the party but I'm not hopeful that,
No.
you know,
Okay, I think we probably need to go back to the party and say, look, this is what we think we're missing some stuff from Iris Hill that we still need to find.
okay,
We need to
Sounds good.
go back, and see what we can find that we need to proceed with this adventure.
all right. Yeah,
And-
I'll give you that.
Okay.
I know that y'all said you heard laughing. I heard a man's voice. I heard it for a few minutes, but there's something else here.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm pretty.
I know,
sure
there
that-
is something else
there-
here,
yeah,
absolutely, I
Right,
agree.
right.
So did you hear any particular words? I mean, just that you're
I
like,
just
blurry
heard I just heard
conversation?
a male talking.
Yeah.
And it was just for a second.
Yeah, and I know
It was
that,
it was in the guest house.
Right.
okay,
and I know that the hound.
which one is the guest house?
The only ones.
The only
still
one
standing.
standing.
All right,
And I know that the hound that we dispersed is still around in this area, so we
yeah,
need to
and
be,
we, the-
I need to be careful of that.
right, and the three of us are not capable of
No.
No,
withstanding.
no,
you know, that kind
no,
of
not at all,
firepower.
but we
So-
know what's here and what is,
Right.
what is in against us.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go back and, let them know.
Yeah, right. So we'll go back to town and say, okay, this is what we know, this is what we think we need to do, that we're still missing stuff from Iris Hill.
And this is what we found.
So you let us know about an undead presence.
Yep.
And some communications and.
The hound
that
The laughing town, laughing
And
town,
Kendall was laughing.
yeah,
Hound is
And he's
still
still
around
around.
and you heard voice,
Yeah.
speaking, not just the hound, okay.
Yeah.
Ela, ready?
Sure.
Okay, we'll go.
I'm ready.
Where are you
I
guys going
wanna
first?
check it out
Okay.
also. I wanna go to Iris Hill first, cause I have this feeling that the new character hasn't been finished yet. So we should go to Iris Hill first.
A strange feeling that the person that might be waiting at that
I
place.
think we should
might
delay a
not
little bit more.
Yeah, really.
Right.
Delay on our
Right.
new
Well,
companion.
I still could take you guys a while. Do you wanna go see the Constable Cesyll first?
No, I like the idea of going to Iris Hill
Okay.
first. Yeah.
yeah, whatever puts the most pressure on the new character.
Great.
I'm here for you, Luke,
I
except when I'm not.
Iris Hill first.
All
He
right,
died twice.
Right, exactly.
No,
man.
I'm sorry, he disappeared once. and
Disappeared
died
once.
He's dead, he's dead twice.
We'll never know.
All right.
We know, we know.
Yes,
We're
have
Come
my
on.
cat here.
Metagaming,
End up over here.
metagaming will do
These
that.
are all your
Just
characters.
stop
So,
it.
yeah, I mean, just move you guys over there, as needed.
Luke, sometimes it's more fun to poke you with a sharp stick,
I know.
you know?
I'm well aware of
Okay,
my
cause you,
entire,
cause you
I think it's
respond,
very
you respond negatively to it,
that's why.
exactly.
Ela, is
You're my
normal
favorite
size?
one.
Elib is normal size.
Okay.
Go home, my current boyfriend.
All right, you
My
approach,
favorite.
you guys in mass
Hey, Luke,
sort of
Of all
approach
the
the
boyfriends
thing,
that
and at
Beth
this
has had,
time of
I've
day,
known
the
of,
fact that
you're
you
my
guys are
favorite.
going up there.
You're my
um,
favorite too.
Draws a few stares from people,
Well, as
Dustwater
New
says to
constables.
you,
Yes,
we are
if
investigating.
you
Right.
hear,
and the
this
path that you
hound-
guys are
hound
going
again.
by
Okay.
actually
Let
walks
me know.
within
I will.
sight.
because I
of
can
Fort Hill
cast
Course.
purge
And as you
invisibility,
walk, you're
Okay.
walking up the path
and
towards
it
Iris
lasts for
Hill.
5 minutes.
Okay.
So at least I'll
on
be
the
able to see him
parapets.
coming.
we need to find out, cause he's gonna come back and try to get me,
That's right.
that's what I'm worried about.
And she's
Right.
watching you guys go up, and as you guys look over, you get the impression that she sees you guys and see her.
Who's this?
She sort of like,
Who? Sorry.
Cecil,
Okay.
Thank you.
gives you a wave
Mhm.
and then goes back down. You can also see other
Other way.
people, the doors of Fort Hill Course, as you pass, you can see they're open. And there are not constables, but look like hired people from town maybe, and they're pulling out detritus. There's a couple of things that look like bodies that they're bringing out. Somebody is starting a big fire
Bring it-
outside of Fort Hill Course.
Bring out your
Okay.
dead.
And some of that stuff is going onto that fire, so it looks like Constable Cesyll is cleaning up.
Cleaning up.
She's running a fire sale.
Yeah.
I give her a
Mhm.
salute as we go.
Yeah, she sees you guys going towards Iris Hill, she gives a little wave, and then goes back down the stairs, you out of sight, back into the fort.
Into the bowels of the fort, the bowels of.
You guys
the
get to,
fort.
Iris Hill, and it's much like what you guys saw earlier today when you came up here, where it's still, there's some smoke, there's some embers coming around, but a lot of destruction, a lot of damage.
Did we do that?
This is totally new to me.
Right,
Seems completely
Whatever.
quiet. You were listening specifically for that voice again, you don't hear anything.
okay, no,
You don't get any vibes.
Okay, okay.
Your senses tell you the same thing.
Right. Okay.
No spidey senses tingling or
Spidey
anything.
senses.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, there's nothing moving out here. Nothing attacks you. You just kind of like, and then the hedge is kind of like, you have to sort of step across the burn areas to get into
Yeah,
it.
nothing to make our tentacles tingle.
Nothing, yeah, no, tentacle dangling.
Okay. But
So I suggest that we go towards the voice that you heard. I mean, if there's somebody alive
Yeah,
in here.
right.
But that's me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at.
If we
at the
think
help,
if we think somebody else is alive that can help us, we need to find that person.
or at least rescue them.
So
Yeah.
Bella, where do we need to go first?
guest house?
Guest house.
Okay,
I don't mind doing like a little circle, checking the rubble in the library
Yeah.
too, to see if there's anything there.
Start at one point, work our way around.
would you like me to go first, check for traps, or not worry about it?
Do you suspect traps?
50-50,
Always possible.
I was talking 75-25.
last time.
Sure, any little bit helps.
Okay,
Just don't play any Justice Day.
nope, no justice
Yeah.
days. They don't deserve it.
No, they do, but
Okay, so I'll go to the door and check for traps. 13,
The door of the guest house.
door of the guest house.
Door of guest house. is
the only
standing
standing
open
structure.
A little bit.
Okay,
When you were here before, you didn't see any traps. But the door was closed and, well, not barred, but, from the inside, but it wasn't,
wasn't Travis.
it wasn't trapped, it wasn't.
It wasn't
this is-
trapped,
this
we're
is like
friendly.
Standing
Yes.
open, it's ajar,
I was gonna say it's.
The
open
door is
now.
ajar.
opens in.
But it's open now?
it is open.
Yeah, it's
The
standing
door is a
open.
door.
Was it
It's not
open?
wide open, it's like open about as much as the bathroom door is.
Was it open when I heard the
Yeah.
voices?
Yes.
Okay.
But you didn't approach any closer.
Okay.
You can always just
Okay,
ask
just
who
and say-
who wants to go in first?
Okay.
You lived in me.
Someone else thought of it.
All right, Elib, you're opening it up?
Yep.
Okay.
So do you wanna do it or do you want me to do it since I'm first?
Well, I think opening the door, Elon
I
was
don't need
okay,
to do it.
but as long
What?
as the rope
Open
are
the
ready to
door.
go, yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's what.
Yeah, cleric in the middle, yeah.
We're here for spiritual guidance.
Uh-huh, yeah,
Okay.
well,
All right, so who's
We
who's
know
going,
that.
Elib first or Bella first?
God knows we know that.
Elib first, okay.
Did you have fun deconstructing this, by the way?
It was harder to do than it looked,
Would you have fun?
Emotionally or
Did it hurt your
physically?
heart?
physically. I didn't want to destroy the map, and a lot of stuff was glued down to the map, so you can see like strips and stuff.
Yeah,
Emotionally, I was, so I make
Torn.
these maps and I put all this stuff together, but ultimately they're one shots, right? So.
Yeah.
Now I will tell you that the maps that we did for Briarstone, the big, huge thing, I did save those. They're up in my attic right now.
Yeah.
So I'll keep those for the next 5 or 10 years. And then eventually they'll be destroyed by time enough where I'll just have to throw them.
Right.
They'll be so disintegrated you can't use them
Exactly.
anymore. You know. In this case, you're like crying to yourself, I did all this work and they didn't find a fucking thing.
All they did was just destroy
He
it.
could generate it as a one shot for like a Daikon or
Well,
Con or something.
Someone destroyed it. We didn't.
Yeah.
don't know. We haven't investigated. It was in
I know,
it was Belmont.
right,
He's dead, he can't defend himself.
good point, Beth.
Yeah.
He's dead. He can't defend himself. All right, so, this room, I mean, you sort of push the door open and it's like,
That's
you know, kind of opens up a little bit. This room is largely as you remember it when you guys were here yesterday.
That was
It was
yesterday.
yesterday.
Today is today.
Yesterday morning, it was about.
I've slept
over
since
24
then,
hours
Wes,
ago.
come on.
So you guys were, it's largely as you remember it. In fact, it doesn't look very disturbed at all. Even to the point of, you'll remember from yesterday that,
Why does he keep emphasizing yesterday?
it's my favorite Beatles song.
Are your troubles seem so far away? Gotcha.
Troubles are right here all the
They're
time.
they're here to stay now.
All troubles,
But
all
you
the
guys,
time.
as you guys look over, I mean, there's like a couple of chairs and couches and stuff. It's like sitting room. And you look on the coffee table and you can see that the wine setting that the drinks that they offered you guys when you guys visited with Daleen and Asa yesterday, they're still sitting on the coffee table. I mean, the cups are still there. The bottle is still there.
Detecting magic.
You won't crit-
Okay,
On that moment.
But that area is still pretty much undisturbed.
Yes,
We didn't burn anything there.
No, in fact, but so by some,
Yeah.
you're not sure why, but this particular building and the hedges around it did not burn.
Okay.
But those of you who are familiar with pyromancy, these things happen. The wind blows one way or the other, and you never know what's gonna surround. You do detect a teeny bit of magic in this room, in that, in the fireplace, there is something that you would recognize sort of loosely as having heard of. There's a command word igniter in the fireplace. So somebody has put something in there that casts, that basically it's a permanent,
Like spark.
spark, yeah. So you say the command word, and it sparks and it lights whatever is gonna be in the fireplace for ease of use.
Sure.
But nothing else in there. You
Would
do
this
see
be a
there's a,
common object that can be found out in the wild?
it's relatively common.
Like a,
more for,
kind of like a remote.
wealthier
Yeah.
people will have stuff like this, yeah.
Yeah.
You do see that there, the liquor cabinet, which the door is sort of standing open, seems to be stocked. You can see glasses.
Whoa, we win.
There's a small
Oh,
side
that is
table
not
that
bad.
has some
Yeah,
dried
yeah.
fruits and nuts set aside in bowls. They seem largely undisturbed. In fact, the entire room seems largely undisturbed.
From yesterday.
From yesterday. The wine that they offered you is literally still on the table. Who's in the building and who's outside?
Well, I'm in there. 'cause I
I'm in the
detect
building
magic,
too, yeah.
so.
Okay, and you, everybody else is sort of
I
staying.
would be inside of Elam.
Everybody's inside. All right, everybody give me a perception check.
I don't,
Threes.
I don't even know I'm in the building.
Really? Natural one?
Wow.
Nice, okay,
28.
13.
okay. 28?
I did better than you.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
28.
like,
Awesome,
Natural
yeah.
20.
Nice,
So I
okay.
walk into the wall.
You're sober by the door going, this is, what is that, a liquor?
16.
16?
I
And I
am
still got
keeping a,
detect magic going, so it's magic.
Right.
I am keeping a particular eye out for Castle L'Oreal 4030 wine.
I like that one better.
Okay. You're gonna check out the,
I'm gonna
the
grab like
liquor
six
cabinet?
20-sided dice and roll that. same
Get
thing.
back to it.
Just in
26.
time.
26.
Exactly.
All right, those of you who, I mean, you three, so Jax is looking at the liquor cabinet.
Pathfinder lore, that is a very rare.
Bella is over by the door.
Wine.
paying
Yeah,
attention to
good set
something
of
else.
dice.
Brady's
And
not
I've
doing
heard of
that
this,
kind of
so
stuff.
I'm always
You can kill
looking-
somebody with those damn dice.
Hear a man's voice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Of
yes,
I like them a
yeah.
lot. They don't work real well, but I
At
like them
first,
a
you
lot.
can't, it's hard to determine what he's saying, because it's like, it's more mumbling than anything else. But then you hear, it's like, well, if I do this, I guess I should probably, yeah, I think that's probably true. Yes, that's the direction I think I will go. I think I
Sounds like me.
probably, it sounds like
Except me
somebody
too. Sounds like we
talking
playing
to
games.
themselves.
Yeah, arguing or whatever.
Pathfinder.
And it's a voice that some of you might actually recognize.
Mhm.
I don't think Elid would. I don't think you would either, but you might.
Mhm.
What did you roll on your perception?
26.
26. You do recognize the voice.
Mhm.
It's Asa.
Okay,
It's a voice we've heard before.
And it definitely.
Meta
So do you
games,
share that?
Yeah, I'll share that with you.
Asa. Okay.
He's dead now, though.
The last time you saw him,
Well, we
He was-
thought we killed him.
he was
Yeah.
lying dead on the floor in the dining room.
But I also,
He was in rubble.
With a
Yeah.
candlestick.
No, who killed Asa?
I think it was the Hound of Tyndall.
Was it the hound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it,
You
okay.
get mixed up with the hound.
Well, remember, he was like, follow me.
Yeah,
I'll
he was
help
trying to
you."
get
Right.
us
He was
all.
helping
Same time that-
everybody and not really seem to be
At
helping
the same
Meta.
time,
Yeah.
Daleen was trying to sort of like, she was summoning Kuru barbarians
Mhm.
to go against you. Asa was in the building going, come with me, I'll help you.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send out Spidey sense, so I sense that this voice is, undead of any kind.
You do not get an undead vibe.
Okay.
So it's not an undead voice?
You're detecting magic already, right? Yeah, you are.
I have
He does not detect undead.
Okay,
So,
that's weird.
There is a little scattered magic up and around,
that's, I'm gonna add,
up in the
if
thing.
someone
Very
can
confused.
check for traps up the stairs, I'm going upstairs.
For dragons.
All right. You go up the stairs.
I'll just take a roof off of this thing, put it in the middle, so you guys can see.
You want me to hit? Yeah, just grab it.
So the building is shaped like this. You go up the stairs here.
And that's this here.
Right. I mean,
Okay.
those stairs go up through here. It's like a little thing and you go up into the room.
So we've never been up there though.
No.
Okay, we just been down here in
Like a
the,
sitting room.
okay, all right.
25 to check for traps. Really quick.
There's always a gym.
On the stairs?
You guys are going upstairs, yeah.
You don't see any traps.
Okay, yeah, you're all good so far.
But do we experience anything?
Oh, what do you have to do?
I mean, seeing them and experiencing that.
Have you found the traps the hard way?
Right,
Yes.
well, exactly,
That's what I
right,
told,
right.
Found a trap.
Oh,
Yeah.
am I in the trap? That's the question.
Yeah.
Right,
That's what I figured.
So yeah, you go up the steps, I'm assuming you're being relatively quiet, you're not just stomping up the steps like. a
Correct.
fly.
as much as, yeah, right.
You hear,
As much as this party can be quiet.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
You hear the voice gets louder, obviously. Not, the voice itself's not getting louder, you get closer to it.
Right.
And you can hear him, and it's basically, you kind of turn the corner and you see Asa. He's sitting at a desk and he has some like stuff on the like paper and a quill. He's got a quill sort of let down. He's like, well, but I guess I could probably do that. I don't know.
So is it like, it's like an apparition or just,
Seems solid.
seems solid?
Yeah,
And I've still got detect magic going.
yes.
Seems like it's pretty simple.
So,
So are you doing detect
Well,
magic
then I'm
on
wondering if
him?
the other guy was
well,
gonna change
the
it.
point is, it's kind of a cone shaped,
Yeah.
and I'm, you know,
Right.
kind of
Do
scanning the whole
you
room.
want to stop for a moment and let that kind of school up a bit?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I thought it could be someone just casting this guy's self and not. doing it.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
You do feel little objects of magic in various places around.
All right.
So in that room up, that room there.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want me to poke him with the tentacle? from the distance?
You keep your tentacle to yourself.
Okay. I've got the tentacle
It's
wrapped
fine.
up.
You can show your tentacle, young lady,
Yeah.
young man, young person.
Young
Young,
lady. no worries.
young pronoun.
Yes.
Young
Yeah, okay,
We may.
What's the big thing nowadays? It's pronouns.
that's my word of the day is
Pronouns.
pronouns.
It's like, okay, give me your pronoun, I'll use it. If that's what makes you happy, I'll use your
I
pronoun.
was happy to hear that I
It's
gave you the best example of, 19.
Hard for me to explain.
Sounds like a good thing when the
It's
DM
exactly-
goes off laughing.
Yes.
Not in a million
That's
years
just
would I
less,
thought
though.
if we had me the option.
What was that joke that I did?
Plus the only DM I play with that goes off laughing all the time.
No, I know that part.
Oh, we're using pronouns.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's like, oh, we're using pronouns now. Let me she them titties. That's what it was.
Yeah, see, man,
Yeah.
Is titties an actual proper pronoun?
Yeah.
I should have waited until Les came over.
No, it's fine.
I thought I would
It's
use the
not,
word.
that's not my joke. I
Clean
found that
them
somewhere else.
titties. That will not get me in trouble at all with
No.
corporate HR.
No.
Not at all.
Just, pretend you're Sean Connery and it'll all work out.
I'm like, well, good point. Yeah. He, him, titties, Jeopardy.
Lay tits now.
I'll take the test now for fun.
See, the problem is,
what your mother said.
the problem with society is today, we can laugh at this stuff and think it's just kind of crazy crap, but people take this shit seriously.
I know.
That's the problem with the whole thing.
Sex with your mother.
Calm down, people. How anybody tends to live your life has nothing to do with how I tend to live my life. Mind your own goddamn business, we'd all be a lot better off. You know,
I will say, there was a time when Luke and I were driving, was it Everton?
No, we were in St. Louis.
St. Louis with your mom. Yeah, and we were driving.
Your mom?
No, with Luke's mom.
Okay.
Yeah, for like lunch or something, and we were driving past a Home Depot, and there was like a shingle sign, and Luke and I both at the same time said, hot shingles and Shay, in a Sean Connery voice. And I felt so bad for Luke's mom, because she was just like, I don't know what the hell is going on.
but that's why you guys are a perfect match for each other,
Oh,
because you
yeah.
don't
It's so
understand
funny
the
'cause it
same
was
stuff.
an
No matter what
unprompted-
Don tries to think about the whole thing.
Yeah. That's not fair, I shared stuff with you.
Which game?
My competition, Fiona,
Oh.
Ian's girlfriend.
You've had your show skanks over the years,
Speaking
Don.
of girlfriends,
Uh-huh.
Wyatt's girlfriend's name is Chris. Is that his wife?
No, just partner, yeah, girlfriend.
She talked to me about art stuff.
Oh,
I gave her my card, but she never contacted me. And I looked for.
She's got a lot going on, yeah.
Her email address is not in the thing, so.
They're
No,
one
it's
of-
not, it's not.
They're one of the people that I tried to get to like send art before, to make a portfolio before, and they just never did.
She will.
Would it be okay for me to reach out to Wyatt and ask?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely reach out to Wyatt.
Yeah, I
This
didn't
is
wanna do
more
it.
Don't
scatter
do it, it's a trap.
Right.
Don't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
Don't do
detect
it.
no traps.
yeah, so
Don't do
Wyatt's
it.
organized Chris's scatterbrain, that's why they work so well,
Works so
yeah.
well.
So definitely email Wyatt.
All right, so Duswar is sort of like, he's gone up the stairs and he's sort of like standing on the edge of the stairs.
Oh,
He
in the-
does
in the
this for a
cottage
couple-
house,
he's Standing
okay.
there for a couple of rounds.
All right.
He's
Anybody,
probably detecting.
Mhm.
do you guys have any ability to dispel some magic? And I'm gonna explain to you that I'm getting the impression that this is part of what we're seeing is an illusion.
Okay,
Part of what we're seeing is necromancy. And part of what we're seeing is is repeating. So I mean, the point is that,
Like a haunt.
yes.
okay,
Mhm.
that makes sense.
So. I
If-
mean,
I only have disabled device.
okay, well, I'm just saying
We'll
that,
just get the special-
If the item
Yeah.
is a trap or glyph of some sort, I can use disable device and.
then you would be the one to go forward. And. Well, I'm just letting you know,
What is, Balana?
Oh, no.
What is your, skill level with disable device?
Bella, you mean?
Yeah,
14
Belladonna.
Okay, I'll do it.
14
down.
plus 3.
I'll do it.
That's good.
Do it accurately.
What's yours?
19 plus 1.
I say we kill him right
Oh, yeah.
now.
Field salary.
No, yeah, it's really
It was
good.
discussed.
Hey, we're all about the peeled celery, Les.
He tried.
I woke up this morning thinking, I need some peeled celery.
oh my God, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Great minds think alike,
I like celery, but
Yeah.
I hate the bark. So it's gonna, you gotta remove the bark off the celery. I tell it, life changing.
Okay,
Unless you have way too much free time on
come up with
your.
me. First we have to
You know,
detect
you
it.
can peel
So
the
you and I will both look for it.
Okay,
All right, so you guys, so Dustwire, you're going back downstairs and they're going upstairs, or are you gonna
Yep.
stay on the stairwell?
No, I'm gonna stay in this, yeah, I'm gonna,
What's your perception for traps?
What do you want it to
perception, I've got a 14 plus 3.
Okay, I'm going to aid her in her search for the trap. So you're gonna roll, I'm gonna roll. Oh, 16 plus 9, so I aid her. Why? You get another plus 1.
I've got
Need as an assist.
Assist. Yes. So roll your score, add your rank and add another 1.
Two, fair.
2.
Three, let's go 4, 5,
What a fell
6.
30.
I rolled
Let's go
14,
10.
mine's 14 plus 2.
Nobody said go fast, we're
So
okay.
30.
Yeah.
So you're looking for traps. You don't see any traps. What you do see
What do we see?
is that Asa guy. He's
Again?
sitting at a desk. As you guys go up the stairs.
Yeah.
He's sitting at a desk. And he's talking to himself. Oh, I should do this. Blah, 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 blah. And every once in a while, he's got like some parchments and a quill. And every once in a while, he picks up the quill. He dips it in the ink and he'll scrabble something onto the parchments. Then he sets the quill back down and he's talking, oh, yeah, maybe I should probably, I should do
So-
that. And then if you watch him for more than like 20 seconds, there's this moment where he sort of falls
Twitch.
silent and he twitches a little bit.
Does he start over?
And then, well, kind of he starts over, but it's not precisely the same,
Okay,
but it's largely the same. It's like, oh, I should do this, you know. If you get close enough, how close are you to it?
We're just a little bit past the steps right now.
Yeah.
looking for
You're in the
traps.
room, but just,
We're in the room, but just barely.
if you look at the table, you can see the parchments where he's written things on. And it just looks like it's scribbles. It doesn't look like he's actually writing anything on the parchments. There's just like various kind of scribbles on the parchments.
Hold on, I'll be right back. You're on the top of the stairs.
no, I'm in the room. I
Oh,
mean,
you're there.
yeah, I mean,
Like at the edge of the room,
Yeah.
I'm assuming. yeah.
okay,
These
So,
are
we're
rumors,
very
almost
in front of
happened.
How well can we see?
okay,
when
so
we're-
the staircase up, dip, 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 dip. Bed's over there, I'm gonna be over here.
So in other words.
Oh, you're
by
in
the
the
bookcase. I wanna be
Yeah,
in the
it's on
room.
you put it-
I
Um,
I am in the bookcase, by near the bookcase.
Okay, going over the
Where
other
am I?
side.
Yes.
So this is the first floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is stairway here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be at the bottom of this
Yeah.
stairway.
So I whisper over to you, Doug,
Yeah, I'm listening.
we can't find a trap, but what the hell is he doing?
Well, he just means, I think he's,
It's some kind of apparition or
Is he
something? where he
there
gets-
there?
Is it like he's not there, but
the only way that I could disbelieve is to somehow interact with this thing, which
that-
I'm willing to do.
Is that what you wish to do?
Well, so the interesting part is he continues to do his thing,
While
despite
we're
the fact
talking,
that there's now 3 additional people in this room
Right,
who are
that's why
talking.
that's why I
it's
think.
the
this
same
is,
thing over and over and over
But,
again.
but,
Kind of, but it's
that's
not
why I was
precisely
thinking
the
that
same.
there's a way to trip.
Almost the
And
same,
to
it's kind of all repeat
kind of-
with
yeah, he's
few
kind of
slight
in a-
variations.
In a glitch.
Okay,
Yeah, stop the repetition kind of thing.
I've
the
got
glitch
that
is what worries me.
huh?
I've got my tentacle.
Yeah,
Swagger,
I don't have mage. Do you have mage hand? You're an arcane trickster, right?
I'm not an arcane trickster.
But he's
He's
not
just a
there
very
yet.
naughty
I'm
boy.
working towards it though.
You're right, you're right. I
Bad
forgot, I
boy,
forgot.
but
Yeah.
then he's still-
And I do
On
have
the
mage
side,
hand.
he's a very naughty
Right,
boy.
very naughty boy, do
Um,
naughty things.
I cast mage hand
Okay,
and I take the papers from the desk.
do you touch him at all?
No, from 30 feet away,
Just his paper.
I
Well,
grab,
does the mage hand interact with him at all?
no,
You have, the mage hand can easily grab a couple of those papers, doesn't grab
Right.
all of them.
Mhm, yeah.
And then you can bring back to you
I'm just knocking them on the floor right
on
now.
the floor. He doesn't seem to notice.
Mine.
In fact, if you
Well-
let him sort of go on a little bit, he will again pick up the quill and say, I should write that down. And then you will see him actually reach his other hand and pull a parchment closer to where he was writing. So he'll move one of the ungrabbed ones over to where it's closer to where he was writing, and then he'll scrabble on it.
So
So he
everything
knows
starts
there's no
over.
parchment in front of him anymore, and he just.
He just reaches another one, yeah, and pulls it over.
So it still doesn't react.
So it's not the
It's
same
like-
series of
In
events
an
over and
attempt to
over and
interact
over again.
With this, I'm gonna cast create water over him.
Okay,
So I'm gonna create water over
Okay,
the person.
I yell downstairs, guys, you might wanna head up a little bit.
come on up. Yeah.
And
Yeah, cause I'm in
Sploosh.
the room.
The water's fine.
Water,
Not
I
yet.
mean, you materialize over, we're talking gallons of water.
10 gallons, yeah.
All right, so 10 gallons of water, 2 5-gallon buckets worth of
Right,
water.
right.
Fall on him, sploosh, he's soaked, the area is soaked,
Okay, so you
The
didn't,
papers
did.
are so,
Okay.
'cause
you're just going over it, right?
yeah,
Okay, yeah, it's, you have to hunt around,
all right,
because we're talking about personal belongings.
understood.
Personal space.
So you see him, when the water hits him, he stops talking. And he's like, oh, and you see him sort of look around, and he's like, you hear him talking, he's like, oh, I've become soaking wet. What's going on? And you see him sort of look up and look around. And he finally seems to see you guys for the first time. And he's like, you've caught me at a disadvantage. I didn't realize that Daleen and I had guests. Please, and he
I
stands
mean,
up.
I rolled a.
And he's like, my name is Cesyll. I'm a guest of Count Lowell's and you
So he
are-
doesn't recognize us at all.
Doesn't seem to.
Okay, but he has met most of us before.
All of you, I guess.
Okay.
And so there's no change in this type of magic that I'm seeing and all that other kind of stuff?
Stays the same.
That's weird.
And you don't have to roll a will save, so whatever he is, he's not purely illusion,
All right,
because there's no will save to disbelieve.
all right.
He's busy.
I think it's 40.
He stands up, he's like, I must apologize, like somehow I've gotten drenched. If you'll excuse me,
I'm a dwarf, so-
if you would, I'm sorry to greet you in such a manner. I'm not really entirely sure how this happened, but if you wait for me downstairs, I'll be down momentarily. And I will provide refreshments and we'll ascertain the reason for your visit. Does that sound amenable?
No,
Is that
I'm gonna stay right here.
well, I was going to change my clothing.
I can watch.
He likes to watch.
I'll go downstairs.
That's
I'm rude.
Indeed you are. But I suppose it would be, I suppose if someone must watch, it would be less appropriate for some of our female friends to do so, so that would be fine, I suppose.
Alright.
The rest of you are kind of like going downstairs, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
as long as it's- yeah.
It's tentacle time.
The tentacles peeking around the corner. Yeah.
It was like,
I'll help you undress.
Need a hand?
"Ooh, I'm getting my Christmas goose early. All right, so everybody else kind of goes
Yeah.
downstairs, but you stay in the room.
Right,
But we're
So
fun.
he seems a bit chagrined, but he's not, you get the impression he's not really sure how to react to you. So he sort of turns away and he goes into one of the big sort of there's like these big sort of carpet bags and there's like an armoire and goes to the armoire and he's like, let me see, what would be appropriate? Yes, yes. And he pulls out some clothing and sort of lays it on the bed and that kind of stuff. He's like, I do hope that you're not a sensitive man. And then he strips off his wet
Or
clothing.
jealous.
or jealous is right.
He strips off his wet clothing, sort of finds a little towel or something or
Pretty
cloth.
much know the answer to that one.
Pats himself
What
up a
is it?
little bit, grabs some new clothes and
Okay.
begins putting them on.
I
Okay,
don't know,
Uh,
I don't
he
know,
looks-
the tentacle, it's hard to be impressed.
I mean, just a normal human.
Depends upon the size.
All of the appropriate parts,
I've
it's
never
not like
seen a
$10
tentacle.
or
okay.
anything.
It's about $10 and it's
Gonna be like, that's all you're
See,
bringing to the
there's
party?
occasions where he looks over at you and he's like, Derek, sorry about all of this, it won't take me but a moment.
Okay.
And continues dressing, finally, he's sort of like, is in the mirror and sort of like, well, not necessarily appropriate for an evening out. He looks at you and kind of laughs, but I suppose, unexpected guests,
Yeah.
this is the best I can do on short notice. Shall we?
Shall we?
Does he seem excited about the whole fact that he watched him dressed?
Excited? No,
No, okay,
a bit nonplussed.
okay.
But at least he gets the impression he's like, this guy's not entirely sure how to react.
Okay.
Confused, maybe,
Okay.
would be more.
All right.
So are you in the room? Are you in the room with me?
I went downstairs, so.
That's fine. I think she and I
Right,
are the only ones in the room, and that's
As long as somebody
fine.
was there, that's fine. We all don't need to be there to watch. That we can,
So.
Try to look at Jason. Let's have a look at you.
no.
So there's really, the behavior would be considered, well, not understandable, but expected.
Yeah, I mean, he's not behaving in any way that seems otherworldly or anything
Alright.
Well,
like that.
other than the
It's a
fact,
little odd.
well, other than the
He
fact.
Well,
was
yeah, he's
responding
had somebody-
oddly to the situation.
Yeah, but other than the fact he doesn't recognize that we've met before.
Alright,
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
That's the thing that really
so I
bothers
will
me.
invite him, to lead the way
Okay.
down the steps. Now, point is, as he's leading the way, I'm gonna ask you to follow him.
Mhm.
I am gonna hang back
Okay.
and I'm going, wait for him to.
You can search the room.
Yes, I'm gonna search the room,
Okay. We'll take care of that in a minute.
and I will in a minute.
All right, so he goes down and he's like, all right, sorry, my apologies, guest, my guest, I wasn't expecting people today, and somehow I managed to quite a bit of a pickle moisture wise, so, but I'm, changing out, please, let me to pour some drinks. And he goes over to the cabinet, he's like, let's see what we have in the way of, he pulls out a couple of bottles of wine, considering the volume of people, puts out some glasses, clears away the old stuff. I don't remember leaving those out. And sort
So
of,
if I detect magic, do I detect any magic anywhere?
just the thing in the fire.
In the fireplace.
All right.
Are any of the bottles the Castellario 4130?
Not that you see, no.
Okay,
okay.
They look to be of decent vintage, but relatively new.
That's about it.
The sort of thing that
Decent-
a wealthy count might provide to his guests as a matter of course for their lodgings.
They're not the good stuff.
in game, but outside of character and everything. I have a note here that Jax is always on the lookout for that particular vintage.
Okay.
It is considered by Copper Dragons to be the finest vintage in the world. There's only 13 bottles known to exist.
Yeah, not in their house.
Well, I'm just letting you know, everywhere he goes.
That's what it's like.
Why?
Pardon me, do you have any Casolarea 43?
Because he's
But of course.
manifesting it into
Yeah.
existence.
I'm manifesting into
In
existence.
the dingiest tavern we come across, and you're
It's
not
gonna
gonna
be,
be
it's gonna be
expecting
the
it.
crack
Yeah. Clean the toilets.
We found it accidentally at the bottom of a case of Mogan David.
There's a well-known copper dragon near Magnamar.
What's his name?
Philaxial,
What's his name?
Philaxial,
Okay,
that
I don't know
Elib and I are descendants
him.
of,
Oh,
I say.
There's a feather in your cap. All right. So yeah, I mean, he's basically like,
Says he's done the family.
you know, my name's
Yeah.
Asa, you know, I'm pleased that you're here. I'm not entirely, he kind of looks around and he's like, I'm not entirely sure where my wife Dayne is. I'm sure she'll be back momentarily and I'll introduce you to her then. And he's basically asks your names and, you know, where do you hail from? Are you from Thrushmore originally? He's basically sort of making small talk and pouring drinks. It's very convivial.
So I'm not in the room.
Correct.
So I would not
Here's this.
see this.
You won't see it, you hear.
However,
Mhm.
does he kind of understand that I'm not there?
He
So, I
gives
mean, he
no
doesn't-
indication to these guys that he's noticed that you're not there.
Okay.
I mean, does he come charging back up the stairs? and go,
Well,
what are you
I
doing?
mean, there is the stranger, the guy
Right.
that would watch him change.
That's a good point, though,
In
because
your
I
living-
would like to stay
what would
by
be
the
your living
stairs.
quarters? He's up there while you're not there.
Right.
He's relieved you're not there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
feels like you've
because
already
what I'm
gone
gonna do,
far too
I would
close
be
as it is.
concerned that someone would be staying in my space.
Right.
Yeah, I got
I
it.
mean, I think anybody would expect that, because what I'm gonna do,
Are you gonna masturbate in his bed?
I am. I'm gonna jizz all over his whole, you know.
He's gonna go to the toilet and get shot
Oh.
off by guys.
Only this group would do that. Only this group would
So
do that.
glad I'm here.
Yeah, so I would like to stand
You're
by
going
the
to
stairs. Yeah,
He begins to make a move, sort of blocking the way, so you
yeah,
can
yeah,
notify.
just in case, just in case.
When you and your friends get this old and have this kind
Timmy
of
Tom, Timmy
experience.
Tom.
together, it's the same kind of stuff we'll be talking about.
I know.
Jizzing in people's beds and stuff. It'll be fun.
Take off, eh?
Alright,
so anyway,
So you're,
Well,
so you
You
are
and Aaron will
looking
sit around
and
someday,
basically
talking about
tossing the room.
that kind of
I'm,
stuff.
Oh, we do.
I'm guided by
rock
the
the
documentation.
Okay, so you do
It is the
see,
best thing in the world.
ultimately,
Picking up everything
Pretty
that's got
It is.
magic on it.
These are the kind of things that make you in your old.
there
age world.
is a
This
trunk
is the way
that
life
seems
is
to give off
supposed to be.
magical stuff,
This is life,
magical,
because there are people that do not have the
Energies.
experience that we have had.
Yeah, oh,
Over
yeah.
whatever many years that we've known each other, that we can finish each other's
Trunk?
sentences and
the
know.
tr- the trunk,
Other sandwiches?
and
Perfect.
there
These are the
is,
sandwiches, yeah.
Right,
hold on a second.
exactly. These are the things that you need to cherish,
And there's,
and I do,
Yep.
just so you know.
Oh.
The day you showed up my front door, going, you wanna go to a dance with Smithton?
and there's,
Cherish that memory forever. Just
You
don't ever.
some minor magic, it looks like.
never regret saying
No,
yes.
no.
Open the desk
It has
first.
been the
Okay.
best
I mean,
thing
I'm tossing
did
the
in my
place.
Right.
entire
So
life.
The desk is unlocked or anything like that,
Right.
it just opens up, and there's papers and stuff like that. You do
By
get
the
a
way, I
couple
did
of
just ask
text
Liz to
messages
kill
about
off my
couple
character.
of
'cause I
it.
can't handle
Okay.
this
Turn on
anymore.
the scroll.
Okay.
What?
I don't need
did
to
just
look
ask
at
him
them
to
right
kill off
now.
my character. I
So
can't
how many
handle it
scrolls?
anymore.
2 scrolls. I'm just gonna create 2 scrolls.
Yeah.
There's certain
Okay.
languages I don't
But-
need.
Oh,
So,
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
trunk
Yeah.
isn't a mimic.
That ranks right up
Good
there.
look.
All right, then I open to the trunk.
It
I
does
get
seem to be
that.
locked.
I understand that.
Okay. So, I don't have any
Not
magical
me.
means to like
I
knock
don't.
or anything else like that, so. I will
We've already
remember
established
that
you're
and
free.
have the
What?
thief
We've already
come
established
up
that
and
you're free.
take care of that. Anything else?
That's why I fit in so well,
Just the trunk, the magic on the bookcase.
Right.
And there's a couple of other
Yeah,
little
I'm gonna go
instances in
spend
areas
4 days.
are
4 days
continual
with
light
Samson.
areas where by
You're
touch,
enjoying every bit of
if
it.
you touch
I
them like.
like it.
Interesting.
But they're basically just continual like pads.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, look at
That set that off.
Last
And
time-
they're
last time
touch
was my
activated
first
rather
year.
than command.
There's such a
Okay.
variety of things to do there.
Ew.
Trunk, okay.
Hey, put that thing away. Don, this is your daughter, come on.
Okay, so.
Hey, I'm trying to stop it. You guys say.
There's nothing else of value in the,
That is fair.
other than what might be in the trunk.
She is way too much like you.
Yeah, other than the 2 scrolls that you found on the desk.
Alright,
Now, you do get a closer look at the papyruses, the papers on top of the desk that he
Right.
was writing on, and it's definitely not words.
Yeah.
It's just scribbles.
scribbles, alright. Okay,
So you,
Um,
Gus, are you still upstairs?
I am. I don't know how long it takes me,
Okay,
but.
Several
once-
minutes, I would think.
Then however long and the party sees me come downstairs,
at the point that he comes downstairs, I try to move over to him to find out what he's learned from being upstairs.
Okay,
and I motion to Jax that,
Okay, I go.
so if he comes, is he able,
I come over.
as this,
yeah, I mean, Asa is right now, he's talking sort of generally.
We're
to
just talking,
everybody, so.
just the
Yeah,
parties, yeah.
he's being like a host.
Okay.
Who's talking with people, but he's not really paying attention
Yeah.
to anybody except for those people who he's directly interacting.
so I whisper in your ear to be as private as possible. I know.
I want to marry your love child.
You're possessed. Cause you would never say that to me.
There is a trunk upstairs that radiates magic, but it's locked. And if you,
Nothing's left.
Give me a perception. You,
no,
now,
but
tell
you,
Asa.
if you would like to come
I
up
was
with me,
here.
let's see
You
what
were,
we
you
got.
meet him.
I don't think she did. We all were in the hug at one point.
Alright, so
All right, taking him upstairs.
if we can do this, quite frankly, if we can do this whatever, then yeah.
Without Asa knowing, you know.
Well,
We
he's the
all-
first one.
Right.
He's
But I
the one
mean,
that's been checking for traps.
If any of us are paying attention, we realize that you're going,
Just
Jackson's
talk.
going upstairs with you.
Yeah.
Just met
Yeah.
this guy, you
So we know
remember
something's
he had
going on.
Yeah.
At least I would think I would know something's
Several
going on.
I mean,
On the back of his
um,
hand.
I'll
And
just,
you,
if you
I mean,
approach me or
probably
whatever,
recognize
and I'll just say.
it as,
Okay. I
It's
get-
fine.
I
You're
get
more than
the
welcome to
impression
come.
something's going on.
Right.
Right in the area where a buckler would stop covering, and it's sort of like little dual practice starts.
It's a buckalette.
Yeah, where somebody who would be practicing rapier and buckler would get hit sometimes. It was pretty common, you remember with some of the people that know martial art. This guy doesn't have any scars. His arm is unscarred.
Well, let's scar it arm.
So. Dustwar took me up there.
Right.
Said, hey, there's a trunk here.
Yeah, there's a trunk, it's locked.
My first attempt was a 22
To do what? To unlock it?
to unlock it.
Okay, a 22. Yeah, it doesn't take a moment. The lock itself is not complicated.
Wow,
The
because I rolled a 2
explosive,
today.
the explosive runes trap, however,
Ah, there we go.
is
Yeah.
complicated
Yeah.
and it explodes.
Yeah, anything explosive has to be complicated. I'm sorry.
So you didn't check for traps?
Yeah, I was
You did
gonna
not
say,
check for
Well,
traps.
I did, but I rolled a 1 for that.
Oh,
so I
right.
didn't mention it.
I need,
Found him.
and you're with them.
Oh,
So you
You
get
found
something
them all
to-
right.
Is anybody else up there with him?
Oh,
no.
No, only because we,
You all of a sudden, you all hear a, whoo.
Yeah,
we
you're
had
kind of like-
confidence in his ability to open open the trunk.
can I try to cover it by saying like, oh, excuse me, and then like, oh, wave the tentacle body.
Reflex save.
And Asa will come over and touch you on the shoulder. It's like, quite all right, Lady Dwarf. I understand completely. Sometimes the food around here gets.
You understand, yeah.
Reflex saves for both. of you.
Diarrhea.
Oh, not a bad, 18.
18 is good.
That's good.
Roll
I
a
have to
three.
get dice out.
I haven't rolled it.
Oh, okay.
You have evasion. All
Mhm.
right, what'd you get?
Bless you,
26.
bless you.
26. All right, so you are aided in the fact that you're trying to avoid this thing by the fact that Jex goes, oh shit, and dives and runs and sort of dives off to the side very quickly.
Because-
So you're like, what
because
do you
he-
mean, oh shit?
Because he's incompetent.
What are you?
What do you mean? Ouch! But it does go off and you take half damage.
Which half?
The upper half.
Hopefully the lower half.
Yeah.
Actually, you're taking half damage now too, for that joke.
Jesus Christ.
It was a,
I don't think he had anything to do with this, Luke.
Ooh, damn.
Plus, this is why you have no friends.
14 points of damage. Throws you across the wall, a room, and you land in the bookshelves, knocking over some books.
Good point.
Alright. Do I turn on the lights?
They tell me what.
The lights
We
are on.
knew why. We didn't know you
We
knew
just
why.
said, look, this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, so Jex, you dive out of the way, so he takes the brunt of the
Yeah.
force.
Well, I mean, you know,
And downstairs, I mean, it's pretty loud, but you're,
Well-
but and Asa's like,
At least Gus Walker can heal
first thing you're
himself.
like, oh, it's
Oh,
just
excuse
me, yeah.
Yeah,
And he's like, oh, it's quite all right, no harm done, and goes right back to sort of like this inane small talk. It's mostly, as you guys are talking with him, it's mostly him asking you guys questions. Like, how are you finding Thrushmore? Have you spoken with the Count yet? That kind of thing. And, but it's sometimes he repeats himself, like he's forgotten that he asked you this question already.
Yeah.
And if you point it out, it will actually go, oh, that's right, I forgot. Forgive me, too much wine this morning.
Second same.
yeah. You did say that he touched me on the shoulder. Did it feel like
Felt like a
physical
normal-
real? Okay,
yeah,
just want to make sure.
Definitely physical.
Wasn't it 3 seconds, Sam?
Oh, might have been.
Yeah, because it was really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
50%.
yeah. for the 15
Yeah,
seconds.
4 seconds would have been
so
inappropriate,
is there anything that
Right.
survives?
without consent, of
It
course.
was directed outward, the chest itself is fine.
Alright. So I'm gonna detect magic again, so I mean,
You do some detective magic in there. You open it up and you can see that it has quite a bit of clothing. Well, quite good clothing, good quality, high quality clothing. There are there's clothes. You can see a small box.
Yeah, I was hoping to say,
You can see a couple bottles of wine.
Say.
Sort of tucked inside. It's
You want-
probably, this is dated, this is travel.
Okay.
And they brought some
If you
things
win,
here, you do
that's fine.
see,
See what a high class monster would be.
so no magic?
yeah,
If you succeed,
well, there's,
they are
the
off
box
guard.
is, emanating a little bit of magic.
So maybe,
Off guard is
so-
the new.
so I'm gonna look at the box.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a palmwood jewelry box,
So you
quite
get
finely
away
made.
from
You guess that it's
whatever-
probably worth close to 50 gold pieces itself, just the box. If you shake it up a bit, you can hear stuff inside.
So the box radiates magic.
Yeah.
No, well, there's something inside the box.
Okay, what's in the box radiates the magic.
But they're
Okay.
like.
It's not the box.
So is the box locked?
Off guard, it's not used by.
About the
you.
lip,
Yeah, I found out,
jewelry,
the hard way, because I was gonna.
women's jewelry, several
I'm
rings,
remaking
some
the
necklaces. One of the
character's
necklaces is
destiny,
what radiates magic.
Okay, I'm gonna take the necklace.
Okay.
And I noticed that I got rid of like ASMR and
Who's this
T-Playing,
guy?
and now it's like not being touched, but it's called
And why?
Not
Nephilim,
much.
Of course.
which is from Diablo.
But there's several different things.
Well, not from
Brooches,
Diablo, it's.
Bracelets.
But it's popular by the.
Right, this is only one of the necklaces, and it frankly, it doesn't look like it.
Usually no.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
I'm gonna-
If it's something from this
take the necklace and the two
Irish scroll,
scrolls
he
and
might
kind
know
of keep
what
them
you're talking
separate,
about.
but
See
I
if
am
you get any
taking,
kind of information.
I will. Here, we
You might
can
say, yes,
take
it's
this,
somebody used to
you know,
be
so
doing it.
we will
know
empty the
what's in it.
contents of this box.
What was in there?
So some necklaces, jewelry. That, I will say there's one necklace here that I have taken, it's magical, don't know enough about it, but.
But
Just keep it separate.
Here, the sh-
you detected
Your
magic.
reflection in the window made it sound like
Yes.
there was somebody
Probably,
just walking by.
What
What the? heck?
Jax will, well, it doesn't matter, we're taking it all.
Right, well,
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
keeping
like I said,
separate,
you-
I have in my possession.
Alright,
this
we
necklace
have
and
what,
two
we have
scrolls.
what radiates magic plus and whatever else is valuable in that box.
Right.
Okay, so jewelry and one piece of magic jewelry.
Yes.
Right.
And
And a bunch of clothing, a couple bottles of wine.
yeah, check your wine.
It's not, no, it's
Definitely check your wine.
Yeah,
wine check.
Wine check,
especially checking for poison.
Poison.
For Cusco.
who is poisoning their wine?
Cusco's
Clothing,
Yes.
okay.
Was chosen
You
specifically.
said
As long as we don't poison the bee,
Do you
we're
have the
okay.
scrolls? Do I?
They were in the desk.
I
That was-
already got
Okay,
What'd you get from the desk?
I don't know.
them, 2 scrolls.
2 scrolls?
I do not know anything
You,
about
okay,
them
you
yet,
haven't looked at them yet? Okay.
What the heck?
but when I come down, I'll share this.
That's
with
fine,
you.
you just grab
Where
it
do you
in one
watch
hand,
that?
that's fine.
Yeah, I was sitting thinking, I need to watch that.
Yeah, we gotta
Just
watch
grab
it.
whatever you have of value, we can look at it later.
Well, with my kids, I'd call them and they'd say, you threw off my groove.
That's what parents do.
All right, well then, the point is,
Sure.
I suggest, to my knowledge, there's nothing else of value here. So I'll talk to Jax, do you wanna look around some more, that's fine. We gotta get to the bottom of this, whatever's
But
going on
nothing,
downstairs.
so,
So,
if I'm on the bottom floor, I detect magic, is there anything magical on this first floor of this building?
No, just the
Nothing.
thing in the fireplace,
Okay,
the firelighter.
the firelighter, do we need to grab the firelighter thing and,
if someone has a household.
It's attached to the side of the
Okay, so it's like a fixture in the building, you
Yeah.
can't really, so we like,
I mean, you could theoretically take it, it might break the magic of it though.
okay.
Disassembly.
Do we know what kind of magic, what kind
You
of
want,
magic it is?
see if there's any secret doors that go down to a basement or something like that?
Something like that would be probably evocation.
Do you wanna go outside and around the building then? 'Cause there could be
Fine.
like a cellar behind the house, yeah.
So Ace is still talking, he just.
Yeah, he's basically playing the good
being,
host.
being
He's
social
not-
good host,
He does not remember meeting us. before.
right,
No,
Doesn't seem to.
okay,
Let's see if he wants to go, if he can go outside.
yeah, okay, we'll say, well, no, it's time for us to go, we need to do some more, we need to leave, we got places to go, so, can you come with us, or is it, you gonna stay here, or?
Oh, as much as fun as that sounds, I do enjoy the occasional excursion. But I've promised my wife that I will wait for her here, so I should probably stay. Thank you for the invitation.
Can I whisper to Grady really quick to see if we should tell him about the burned down building?
but this is the only building.
Okay,
Just trying to get him out,
So,
or no?
okay, so we'll ask him, what, does he enjoy living here, how, does?
Well, no, I'm asking if we should let him know that these buildings are demolished, to see his reaction, or if we should just
Or
leave.
should we
it.
just basically casually say, well, what, it just seems
Don't
like
you
the
have a
town,
whip?
Irish Hill is like so,
Whip.
so in disarray, can we, is it always like this, has it always been like this, do you,
Yeah.
have you been here while this
I don't know,
damage is
something's
occurring?
odd about
Yeah,
this.
Like, yeah, just trying to figure
Saw
out if
this
he
guy-
noticed.
If he noticed that the
everything's
whole place is
demolished.
damaged, if it's
Yeah.
burning, yeah,
What do you think
good
about
idea, yeah.
stepping back, using your reach weapon, whack, and just hitting it? It's not necessarily the best thing, to
Okay,
do, good thing.
Can we ask this, Ace is like, okay, we noticed
I'm
when we
just
came
trying
into the
to-
town
this
that
is-
it's kind of like
This is really
in
odd.
disarray, that the
I
burn
mean, he doesn't,
buildings
he knows he's,
and
he
fire.
lets total.
Has
when
it
he
been
thinks
like
to be
this
a
for a
total stranger,
while?
Watch him, change. He lets a
What
total
do you mean?
stranger
Burnt-
be
burnt
upstairs,
building?
he hears
What are you
the,
talking?
I mean.
Are there windows in this?
All that-
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
this is
I'd like
not
to
this
direct him
person.
to the window to show him
Yeah, so
outside.
he can see what we're seeing.
Okay, so like, and they look
Yeah.
out into the,
Right.
towards the thing, and
Mhm.
he sort of looks out, and he's like, well, that's odd, isn't it?
Okay,
I must be the.
so he
color.
can recognize that it's damaged,
Oh, yeah.
but he has
I
no
mean,
idea.
he's like, this is definitely, well, he's like, he just is like, very sort of calm, like, that's quite odd. I
But
didn't
no, okay.
realize that the count was doing such things.
Okay,
And I
Okay.
suppose he's
Okay.
quite busy, that's probably why he hasn't had a moment to see David.
Oh.
That's probably it.
okay,
Yeah, okay.
okay, so
He
yes,
doesn't
he
seem
just
to
have no idea
recognize that
what's
it's
going
like
on.
Yeah,
He's-
I don't know.
He's some kind of apparition or some kind of just like
Something.
hologram or something, so
Yeah.
he has no idea what's going on in real time,
I want to
Okay.
ask him
which is what I kind of figured.
if
but-
he
Yeah.
has ever done fencing before and time that I fenced before with someone, against somebody. What his name?
Yes, I studied with, and he puts out a name you've never heard of. Oh, yes, I studied dueling and fencing, back in my youth, with, this teacher, this particular, he was the finest teacher in, in
Rhode Island.
era, and, my father had brought him along, and hired him for 6 months so that we could do this. Oh, quite, I think, where did you study?
Well, my question is, how long did you fence?
Oh, for years, when I was a young man, before I sort of broke out on my own, for years, my father paid for training. And my father always believed that discipline and practice always stood a man in good stead, regardless of whether he went in. I eventually did not, obviously did not go into the military arts, but frankly, the lessons that I learned then were quite valuable. I dare say I could hold my own in a scuffle.
So how did you make it so many years with no scars on you?
Oh, I've got many scars to think. And he was like, if you look here, and he sort of shows you his hand. And he goes, you can see, there was many a strike that missed my buckler back in the old days. And he's showing it to you
A
like
big
there
window?
are scars.
Like an
there.
open shirt?
But you can see that
I
there
was thinking, it kind of looks like it.
There's no marks
In
there.
the big.
Oh, of course there are. You can see them quite clearly, the strikes. You know
I
how,
love it.
if you've
It's like
taken these
show
sort
up
of
with,
lessons,
like,
you understand
instead of
completely how
freckles,
sometimes
it's
the
got
strike will
little
go awry. and
fire
buckler
across
arrive.
his-
I don't
I
know that
didn't
angle.
notice it,
Oh,
but
looks
no,
like
yeah,
I
it's nice.
remember getting hit even now.
I never noticed it before though. Yeah, I like it.
But he seems to talk about them. He's like, oh, of course, they're right here. You can see them. And he's pointing to stuff and he's like, there's nothing there.
Where's his heart on his heart?
I think I'm off the plumb bob.
You what?
I think I'm off the plumb bob now.
Yeah,
I love it.
So you're gonna hit him?
I mean,
I mean,
don't-
yeah, I mean,
For what?
this
I
is
mean-
clearly not the person that this entity.
but it
thinks he
actually, is it actually a real person, or some kind of hologram or
We-
something?
well, I mean,
He's
Yeah.
touched you guys. You guys have touched
Yeah.
him. He's not an illusion.
Okay. So he does have substance.
Yeah.
That's weird. Right.
What creatures does Elvin rope?
So-
hurt?
If we can prove that like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that elvish made rope would actually do damage to an otherworldly creature. I mean, ultimately, it's just the same as rope. only
Right,
better-
it's
better
the same
made.
as rope, but it's better made.
Yeah, it's just more high quality. Not like in Lord of the Rings where Gollum freaks out. every
That's
time.
what I was getting at.
Yeah, Gollum's just a
That-
big drama queen.
Well, that was a magic rope that like tied itself,
true.
it was
Yeah,
like a
like a real
rope
cable.
of priming or binding. So he couldn't get out. That's what that one was. So it wasn't just Elven made, it was magic.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, are you guys gonna
So-
like tackle him and tie him up? Or are you gonna try and knock him out?
Do we think we can get any more information from him though?
I assume that you've been engaging in sort of like bantery conversation
Right.
with him since he's
Doesn't
come
sound
down.
like he knows
He
what's
doesn't,
happening.
yeah, he doesn't
He,
seem like.
like, there's no, yeah, he's not giving us any substantive information. He's just, being social.
I'm gonna,
Can we try to take him?
I'm gonna,
Same.
Oh.
If you guys-
At this point, it seems like if we want to take him with us, it would be forced.
Undid sense.
What we could do is leave,
Like down below.
come
It doesn't
back
seem
and
like
say,
down below
oh,
this building.
your
Or
wife
like-
sent us, she's over here.
Or to see if we get the same kind of response as we did the first.
And then probably put extra.
Yeah.
See if he does, if he still
this
doesn't
is
recognize
something I
us.
can't,
It's the whole thing that he doesn't recognize us at all. and We've been here before.
Right.
It was just a day ago.
Right, exactly.
I'm gonna hit him.
Okay.
I'm telling the party. I'm gonna take out my sword and I'm gonna hit him.
Okay, to do what?
Killing strike kind of thing.
Killing strike.
Okay.
I wanna take it just,
Wait, you're
What?
killing him?
no,
What?
well, I don't, I the thing
You
about,
said killing strike,
You
yes.
did.
well,
Uh-huh.
I don't, as I take out my,
Just like the
my,
great axe.
my sawtooth
Huh?
saber.
My pen went in the dip.
Oh, just the sawtooth saber, okay.
Well, I'm just saying that, just to see what happens. I mean, this guy is,
Why are you doing this?
I'm just telling you, to elicit some kind of reaction. I got a feeling that once somehow we try to break this demeanor, that this illusion, that this whatever creature is being, it's gonna come out.
Okay, so without him hearing,
You want me to go to the
asking
other room?
you, no. You're not trying to kill him, you're trying to alarm him.
But you would.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, yeah, I'm trying to
Basically,
try to
Get some
kill
kind
him.
of reaction from him.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Hit him with a flat
Like
edge.
his leg or something,
Okay, okay,
just somehow.
okay.
Eye wound, he bleeds out.
But we've already
Did you-
seen him killed.
But,
Did you-
no, we've seen him, we've seen a version of him killed. It may not be this
Did
version
you-
we're
Did
witnessing
you
now.
hear my thought earlier,
No,
where I said we might wanna, after this, go ahead and try this. But we might also want to just leave. Come back and say, oh, we've met your wife, she wants you to come with us to this place.
Okay, that sounds good.
What are you doing now? Are you gonna strike?
No, no, he's gonna strike it first, go ahead.
I don't-
Unless you don't want to know.
No, I like your plan better.
Okay,
yeah,
We are
I
going
don't
to
know
leave.
that he really
Yeah, okay.
realizes.
Well, good day. It was a pleasure to meet all of
take
you.
care, pleasure to meet you.
Please return, if you may, and, we will, I promise you, I will, be a much better host than that.
Okay,
So we're leaving the house or the hut,
leaving the house.
Okay.
As you guys are leaving the house, you can see he's sort of like
waving goodbye,
adios, and then you see him sort of like
walk away.
heading back up the stairs.
Upstairs.
Okay, so
And-
what happens if we walk back into the house? What kind of reaction do we get from him? Does he recognize us?
Well, and also it's good to see, when we see him walk up the stairs, what reaction do we?
Well, yeah, I mean, does he go back to being,
He goes up the stairs,
Because he noticed everything upstairs blew
We
up.
go outside,
That's right.
we go outside, we count to 12, we go back.
right, exactly. What kind of reaction do we get?
and you go upstairs, check it out.
Go upstairs,
He's
take
sitting
a-
at the desk again,
Okay,
Like the
talking
first
to
time,
himself again,
like the
Okay.
first time.
but he does seem to recognize whoever's first. I'm assuming maybe you're first or you're.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll go up first.
He's like, oh, I apologize, you're back.
Okay,
Is there anything,
Okay.
did you forget something?
But he
he recognizes that
He
we're
recognizes
back.
you guys now.
but doesn't see the the trunk is open.
Doesn't seem to care.
Okay,
Alright,
but he
And it
recognizes
doesn't look
us,
like he's done anything.
okay,
It's not like he's moved
Alright,
anything or
but he
anything.
does recognize us as we were
Yeah,
here
it looks
before.
like he came back upstairs and sat back down.
So-
Go ahead,
alright,
go ahead and tell him about it. It's a wife.
Okay,
We saw her and she asked us to get him and
right, okay, yeah, we did meet your wife earlier, we'd like for you to, she said she would like for you to come with us.
Oh, Daleen?
Yes,
They
Daleen.
told you guys would accompany.
Right, exactly,
Well, should.
okay,
All right then. Give me half a moment
okay,
and I'll meet you downstairs.
okay, all right.
And you see him as you.
Okay, I will stay upstairs with him as he gathers whatever he thinks he needs to.
Well,
come
yeah,
with
he's
us.
sort of like moving around. He gets like a cloak. And he's like, oh, probably need that. And he straps on a belt with a rapier on it,
Okay.
a dagger on the other
All right.
side, and you know, that kind of thing. He's got a little hat and that kind of stuff. He's like, right, ready, right? I suppose I'm ready to go. Let's go see. And but where was Daleen? Did you say? By assumption was I'm supposed to wait for her, but the train plans was a shame.
Where was she expecting you to meet you?
Well, I think here.
Back here. Okay, well, her plans have changed, so, she asked you to accompany us and we will meet up with her.
Okay, excellent. And he's like, lead on, I will follow.
So we'll go back downstairs and we'll walk out of the house and we'll meet up with the party and we'll go wherever we need to go.
And he comes outside, and when he comes outside, you see him sort of like stop a little bit at the thing. And he seems like, and
At the door of
The doorway.
Okay,
he's sort of like looking around, his eyes seem sort of glazed over, but then he's like, okay, here we go. And as you guys sort of like go out into the yard, he follows.
okay, so he does come out of the
He does,
structure into the
Yeah, he
yard,
does
but,
stop at the doorway
Okay.
though and sort of
okay,
gets kerfluffled a little.
okay,
And then kind of
all right.
no,
comes out.
he still hasn't seen it. You've seen it as odd, but not
Not alarmed by. it,
Alarmed.
Does
but-
not seem to be reacting negatively, like, holy shit, what happened here? It's more along the lines, he seems pretty easygoing about the whole
Okay.
situation. Um, he doesn't comment on it. You don't see him really looking at the manor of the buildings or the burnt parts all that
He's
much.
not surprised by the damage that he sees.
He doesn't appear to be, or
Okay.
either he's
Like
not
the
surprised or he
hedge.
doesn't care.
He doesn't, or he doesn't recognize that it's damaged.
It could be that.
Okay, all right. So he's not really alarmed by the whole
No,
state of the manor as he's used to seeing it in the past.
doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
at all.
Which is odd. Okay.
Give you a bonus
Alright.
to your.
alright,
Thus far, you believe there might be a basement where, you said?
I point to where that is.
So there's a couple of things that you saw. So you did detect some, what seems to be some small undeads.
Down in there somewhere.
Alright,
Small
And
undead,
then
are they
the
still?
main thing was like in here,
Oh, it's adding your charisma bonus.
but down, all both down.
Okay, yeah, so it is.
Everything that Dustmore seen is below
in
grade
the basement area.
in the basement.
Hold on.
or which we
And
never-
underneath the surface.
Yeah.
Which we've never really encountered a way to get into the basement.
We'd have to dig through the rubble.
Okay. So there's no like structure left enough to discern there's a stairway somewhere.
Not
Give
that
me
I-
a shovel, I can dig.
You just have to know what that area is to dig in. Yeah.
So your armor is maximum dexterity.
Dig,
or
dig,
plus
dig,
your
dig,
charisma
dig,
for
dig.
your dexterity.
Dig, dig, dig,
So
dig,
you
dig,
use
dig,
your
dig.
We saw no,
Yeah.
movement,
We got it to five.
egress to the lower levels from the carriage
You
house
wouldn't
or
let it
guest
slide to
house.
flat-footed though,
There's no basement
'cause you don't.
door.
don't use
You didn't
that.
see any downstairs or anything like
From
that at the
outside.
guest house.
No, it.
And for his part,
Yeah.
he did not detect anything
Fair,
underneath the
but
guest house.
one.
Okay, and we didn't encounter any doorway that said basement.
I
right?
put it in Dutch. put it in Dutch.
Basement
So-
this way.
If we wanted to get to the basement,
Yeah,
what would be our
it's
best?
exit.
Right, exactly, basement below.
Yeah, or at least moving stuff out of, away. Not-
No, it does.
Yeah,
It replaces
man,
your
I
desk.
don't.
Removing the debris. to
Okay,
get to
yeah,
the-
Okay, based on what we remember about what it looked like when we burned it, or it started on fire accidentally. Was there anything like, looked like a doorway or a staircase to below that we would have
You did not,
recognized?
you do not recall seeing it.
Okay,
You were on the main floor. And there were staircases going up, but you didn't see any staircases going
nothing
down.
going down, no doorways or anything that we didn't.
Anybody got any, engineering skill,
The new guy does when we get him.
all right?
When he
We
finally
need-
shows up.
Bring a new guy.
Yeah,
Need some engineering.
thanks for the help, you
expertise.
new
Yeah,
guy.
let's see where this hole is, or the
So-
staircase.
We can't do anything about this now. Let's go talk
Can
to
Asa
the
tell us
constable.
where it would be?
All right,
Sounds good.
So you're leaving Iris Hill.
We're leaving Iris Hill, taking Asa with us.
You're taking Asa with you,
Yeah,
okay.
Asa.
Asa, yeah.
Asa, Asa, you say Asa, I say,
Made a
you
fun of-
say
so,
Asa, Don say
Let's
Asa.
cover the whole thing up.
So as you guys walk from Iris Hill back into town.
I
Yeah.
Oh,
hope.
well, you're going to, are you
Well, we're
going,
just,
you're going straight over to Fort Hale?
yeah,
All right, so it's
so
right
not too
there.
far, it's right there, yeah.
Steve the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Hale Courts.
All right,
Actually,
Either
the
way,
constable's
pretty
the work.
solid.
She
I
let
can
us sit
put a
together.
plus.
See, we're
all right,
fine.
you've only been here about an hour maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love this group.
yeah,
still
well,
quite-
one of those, right?
Well, maybe more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll put-
You approach the main gates,
Oh, you're not.
which are full. And you can see that there's piles of detritus and stuff in there. And there's a couple of cadres of like townspeople who've obviously been hired
Like I said, I used to play a lot of games.
to help with the cleaning.
So much
There's a
fun
fairly
watching.
large fire
I mean, just to.
where
Wasn't the
broken
stadium-
wood
like
and broken
Apple
furniture and stuff is being burned. But also you can see that there's a body or two. Your guess is that they're probably the zombies.
Do KN.
Probably.
Engineering.
Well, you can't tell from here because they're burnt up, but
They are not moving.
they're not moving around.
Okay,
Thank you.
And as you approach the main gates, you can see Constable
I
Cesyll,
know, yeah.
who is in the main courtyard area, giving instructions to people. And she's like, ah, great,
What
my new
people?
deputy constables, please come into my office. I have some things I want to talk to you about.
so
Okay,
these are just townspeople. she's
Yeah,
gonna
that she's
reinstruct
hired
into?
basically to
Okay,
clean things up.
all right.
Asa, can you help these people with the cleanup for just a little bit?
Asa base.
Oh, well, I suppose so. I suppose I can. Of course, yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
And he goes over to the nearest person who, just the closest person. He's like, excuse me, good sir, I've been tasked with aiding you. Is there anything that I can do? And the guy's like,
Ada.
why don't you grab some of those woods and put them on the fire? Oh, of course, wood on the fire. Perfect idea. I will go and take care of it. And you see him like sort of trucking over there.
There you go.
To do it. All right, so Cesyll, and I did some AI art of Cesyll. I think turned out pretty good, actually.
It did.
Yeah.
Hey, my company's spending $3.5 million on AI.
Are they?
Yeah,
Actually, it
Yeah,
makes me
well, you
think
know.
of what I.
You know it's
picture,
free.
they get money.
Oh, Huntington was
Well, we gotta think, like I said, okay, we're doing all this AI stuff for corporate information, but it may or may not be true. You just need to research it to make sure it's true. or not. Hey, why the fuck
Yeah,
are you
I-
sending
I
it out
saw
to
that.
us?
She an actress or something?
If I am concerned whether it's true or not, then
Okay.
don't
Oh,
send it to
okay.
me.
No image, no images.
Uh-uh.
It's literary. Okay, gotcha. Okay. David Weber.
It's a
all right.
whole, it's a whole set of, it's a book series.
Nice, okay.
So-
All right, so
Okay.
she brings you into the office, and you've seen this office before.
Right.
It's rather large, it's a big conference room, so there's plenty of room for everybody. There are a couple of new things that you guys notice in the room.
Where?
Her office is, I
Oh,
mean,
the room, the
yeah.
office where it happened?
no,
No, not that office.
No, I know.
Or what happened? No, you've been in here, in fact, you've, when the detectives brought you guys in here to talk to you about.
You're gonna get a
the
talking
murders, some of the
to.
Murders, you guys came in here because it was really one of the larger office areas that could hold a group of people.
right,
So she's obviously using it as some sort of office. You can see there's papers on the table. There's also a
Sign
long
over desk, then
dagger
everybody get a
on the
talking
table,
to.
just sort of laying out there. It looks quite
Assume the
serviceable.
position.
And the one thing that catches your eye that you recognize as relatively new here
Sorry.
is there's a pretty substantial barrel
That was the next logical
in
step of the
the
progression.
corner of the room. Anybody who gets near it can smell. Well, it sounds like lamp oil. It smells like lamp oil.
Don't say.
okay.
You can smell something that
It
sounds
was like lamp oil. What's lamp oil sound like?
Sounds like lamp oil. It's edible. No.
Well, it could be.
But
You
you think
could
there's
eat it.
there's
Yeah,
a,
most lamp oil is edible once.
Well,
Well, one of
Doing
the
it
things
is not a
that
good
is-
idea,
right.
but it is
One of the things
edible.
that's most notable about lamp oil is it's flammable.
Yeah.
So
Everything is edible. It's
So
not,
she
it's like,
comes in and she's like, close that door and lock it, please.
Oh, close.
ooh.
No door's locked.
Not for long.
I close it.
Okay, do
Lock
you
it.
turn the knob?
Yeah.
She's like, please, sit down. You just need to
I
refresh your
I
brain.
close it, but I don't turn it on, cause I'm just that way.
He's like, look. I deputized you yesterday
You guys really screwed up.
because I needed the help. I don't have any more constables. But I know who was at Iris Hill last night. Because I saw you. And at that point, she puts one arm on the desk. And you see her hand sort of go and extend out into a long silvery point.
Her hand.
Her hand, her
Yes.
arm.
Like a certain someone that I
She
mentioned.
rests it on the
That had
table,
knife hand.
and she
Yeah.
also with
Who
her
was
other
that?
hand,
Who-
she
knife hand,
pulls
like-
out,
Oh, okay.
she has what is obviously a wand. She goes,
That's
Knife hand?
wand. Ooh.
in any other situation, it would be quite dangerous probably for me to be in this room locked in here with you.
And a
However,
wand.
this is a wand of fireballs, and that's a barrel of lamp oil.
It all makes
And if
sense.
any of you come across that table, light up the whole room.
Cool.
So let's
Just
talk.
keep antagonizing her, I'm sure it'll go great.
I'm-
Yeah.
She holds
I'm-
onto the
I'm just
wand.
internally, I'm
She-
thinking,
her
cool.
hand kind of comes back to a hand. And she's like, look. I have a good thing going,
Mm-hmm.
all right? You guys stumbled into this town. And created a lot of fur. I'm gonna have to clean it up, but here's the deal. You guys may have an idea of what I am. I know exactly what you guys are. But I also know that I am not your enemy. So here's the deal. I want a yellow witch
Who you are to me?
dead. I know you do too. She's underneath the manor house now. Performing whatever rituals she has in mind. She still lives. I know she's down there. If you guys go back and get rid of her, we will keep up our mutual charades. And I will arrange for you to get a boat out of here. Go and find the count or whatever you want to do in the next 48 hours. I know that there's some vessels coming here in the next couple of days.
Ask if we can get McConaughey also. You've got a very present meeting.
What do you think? What do you say? Temporary friends.
My Christmas band.
Mine's like an 8. Mine's a 7.
Okay, fuck, it's like that.
She's like, look, I want to stay here. I have a good thing working,
Got a +2 to both.
but that's not gonna happen as long as the yellow witch still
I
lives.
got a plus
And
two.
we're-
I got a plus
I
two
can tell,
charisma.
and I've just told you, she is
16.
under Iris Hill.
What
What I,
what's McConaughey's,
Why the 2?
I mean, what's his role in all this? He seems,
the guy that was
Plus
talking at
11
the, last night
intimidate.
at the, at
11
here at Fort,
intimidate.
yeah,
I have no idea who that guy is.
he's trouble. I'm
I'll
just,
tell you what, take care of the yellow witch for me. I'll take care of this guy for you.
well,
Which
I'm
guy?
just,
Which guy are we talking about?
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
We
okay.
hate McConaughey.
Cause she was talking to one of his friends,
Right.
so.
Then I'll
He
get-
just some kind of
I'll get you on a boat
instinct.
out
He
of
just likes to stir up shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't-
They might be connected, so we can hand them over.
Right, but he doesn't really do anything that
My
keep us
understanding.
from
is
accomplishing
that
our
there was a
goal.
trap.
but
I've never
We
been
could
down.
use him as
My
evidence.
understanding is that there was a trap door
Right, get us out.
Right, to keep us out of trouble.
Underneath the
Keep us out
underneath the
Well,
rug.
If
of the
we run
library.
into
All right.
McConaughey, I say we kill him and she pins the blame on him for all of the bullshit.
of- Good
Go
point, yeah,
there, yeah.
yeah, that's, yeah, right.
okay,
Oh, I can pin some shit on him. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But let me do you this favor,
Okay, do us this favor.
but I need the yellow witch dead. I don't know what's going on under there.
Well,
Frankly,
which-
I don't wanna know
okay.
what's going on there, but I want him dead.
What are you up to, Luke?
No, but
You
I'm
know,
not here.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
That's a
you're,
question.
okay, whatever.
Mhm.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where he's working.
So. Let me just sum up here.
she's telling the truth.
You sum up here.
We
Makes sense.
go to the library,
Shit.
look under the rug, find a way down
What's
and
the
kill the witch.
That's a 0.
Mhm.
I have a
And
plus
anything
1,
else that's
mine's
under.
1.
And anything else that's under there.
So there are other things under there.
You capture McConaughey.
Mhm.
We pin all this on him.
I can.
All right, all right.
We kill him.
All right, all right, all right.
Leave it to me.
We verify that he's dead.
I've got
That's cool.
more interesting things that I can do than just your dad.
He's this big. Okay.
Okay. And then after that, we get on a boat and go
To try to
finding where the Baron is or whatever.
Mhm.
slow.
Fish people around here.
Those were the Scooms. They were,
Oh, yeah.
they worked for the Yellow Witch.
Not that he
They,
can
they
give
were,
you
they
the
were the ones grabbing people off the streets.
Are they gone now?
Killed all of them that I knew about.
Okay. The Mwangi.
We've neutralized them. We don't kill
Yellow
them, we
Witch, I
neutralize
believe,
them.
is a native Moan. These were her people. But I don't know, she had some sort of arrangement with some of the Count's guests. Remember that it was the Count that brought her. I was in a position once I had taken over, shall we say, as chief constable.
Replaced.
That helps.
What
Once I was taken over
Whatever.
as chief constable, my aim was to insert myself into the aristocratic hierarchy of this town.
And that's pretty much accomplished now that the count is gone.
Well, the count is gone. There's
Proper
no doing a
insertion is the
mile.
key to success.
But when I was trying to do that, the Yellow Witch
You
interfered.
know,
Basically, I need her out of the way.
Right.
Ultimately, if the count comes back,
yeah,
the
there's
chief may or
that.
may not do. I have no idea where he went. But if he comes back, she'll be gone and I continue to insert myself into his good graces.
Okay. To my team, even if she's listening,
Mhm.
I have no problem with taking out the Yellow Witch.
Yeah, I
Me
mean,
neither.
Finding the
No.
count,
Yeah.
bringing him back.
Yeah,
After the Yellow Witch is gone, she can
right, yeah, I mean.
continue
yeah.
your machinations.
Upward mobility.
Because
Upward mobility.
we've been looking for the
Oh,
yellow
yeah.
witch for a long time anyway.
Yeah.
So,
But you have to hold up, you're part of the bargain with McConaughey.
I'll hold up my part of the party.
yeah, he's the one.
Let me ask you a question. Should
What?
you survive,
No, when we survive,
yeah. What's up?
do you want to speak to McConaughey before I take care of it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I believe some of us
Yeah.
do.
yeah,
Someone special.
there's a plumb bob conversation that needs to be had.
As long as you let me kill him.
Oh, yeah.
I'll work with that.
Okay.
I-
Seems like it.
Let it-
I
Well,
just,
She's
sure.
busy if she kills him.
We're all about
Well,
compromise.
What she sort of hints at is the idea is like,
She'll take over his.
she doesn't eat dead food.
I just
Fair.
want a couple,
No,
of-
fair.
I just want a couple of.
But she wants live food?
Yeah, I would also like at least one question.
Verified.
Wicked, wicked cool.
I
But you fight, that's the main thing. Fair's a
Deal?
relative term.
Yes,
Yes.
All right, all right, all right.
What I'll do is I'll set some people out on the road to Iris Hill to make sure that nobody interferes with what you're doing.
Just so y'all know, I cannot watch him in anything anymore. I'm just sitting here thinking, I'll take out, but I'll take out that other name.
You start getting hate mail, it's like,
Yeah,
What the hell is it? What did
All this
I
hate
do?
mail from the St. Louis region. What's going on?
I love the idea that he shows up to your door one day, he's like, I heard you were talking shit about.
Yes, we were.
Smirching my name.
Yes, we were. Doing a mighty fine,
Besmirching your name?
yeah,
Be
doing a
like-
mighty fine job of besmirching your name. We're all about besmirching.
Do you want some ice for that? Or glass?
Yes, please.
Or a straw?
Definitely not a
Yeah,
straw.
that's kind of Hoosier. there, Luke.
What do you think of that, Ryan?
I like that bottle.
Not bad.
A friend of mine, Lord Lover, she made me,
Um,
Lord love her. I think you said
I
Lord
told
love her.
last
Ice?
no,
That-
Lord,
like the
She's
Lover.
a lover of the Lord.
Yes.
She
I
made
told us tonight that we really need to
flavor
do this on
extracts.
the ninth,
for Christmas.
Okay.
She made
because
different
that will be
things.
the day.
She has a lot of free time.
Okay.
Yeah, she
So
doesn't need that
therefore we
much.
can drink it,
Yeah.
I ended up with a whole bunch
because I
of
don't
little brown
know what
bottles
it really tastes
that
like
had,
right
you know,
now.
different
Oh, okay.
things like
Is it done?
lime, lemon, cinnamon,
I don't-
all this.
Oh,
And-
you've already been doing it.
We
Skull
weren't
ice.
really sure what they were, so we had to
So the
ask.
schedule right
Good
now
point.
And then she
is
told us,
I continue to
and we
degas,
proceeded to,
which is.
I got that from a friend of mine, suburban guy.
Because-
He was doing samples.
Yeah.
Single barrel rosin.
Trying to
Wasn't
get
done
all
well.
of the,
So now I've
stick
got
it
all these
down
little
and the
bottles.
Carbon monoxide.
So
that release
for
there.
probably Archon,
The
I've
last
got
day
them
for
up
that
with
is the 30th.
costume.
Then
and
have
I'm
to
gonna
let
put
it
'em
just
in a
sit
healing
for 10
potion
days.
bottle.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay?
Whenever we go to the
So,
Ren Fair, Beth
we
usually
tend to
puts
follow
us, one of her
On the
characters,
ninth, which would
Ellery,
be the 10th.
and she usually has like a
So that's when you
alchemist
get the first
kit
taste of it.
that has
Yeah,
these,
that'd be
you know, little
I
glass
like-
vials, and she'll
they're-
put like
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
and like.
They're like
Well, not
little
even
biscuits.
sips,
Yeah,
like
like
licking it
the
off.
brown
my hands as
balls.
I'm pouring it.
Well,
One
like,
thing
some of them like the
sometimes-
tiny little skinny ones, and the other ones are just like the big bulbous ones, that she'll put like.
Have you
all
guys
the water and
ever
like.
been to the Ren Fair in Kansas City?
No, we.
Oh, it is
I do
so
wanna
much
go to that
fun.
one. I wouldn't mind going this year.
Let me know if you
Yeah,
guys
so we'll
go.
get, I'll just fill it up with water and then like.
My
food
brother
dye,
lives out there. It
And
is
I'll get like
so
the
much
edible
fun.
glitter,
Kansas
to
City
kind of like
Yeah.
give it like a shimmer to make it
And
more
we were-
potion like.
Steve and I
I've got like little
and
tubes and like big tubes.
Laura
And
went
I'll
one
just use
year.
those, yeah.
I would like to go back
Identify those
again,
items.
because
Yes.
it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was definitely
Scrolls
Kansas City one, yeah.
are
Yeah, well, you guys, yeah, could we,
mirror
let me know if you do
image
that this year,
and
it'd be fun.
suggestion.
My first run fair ever was in New Jersey. I was on a business trip with MetLife.
Why?
No, it was. And I happened to be at a hotel that was a
It's
block
okay.
away from it. So I'm like, okay, I walked there and
The necklace. Something very special.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's like my brother lives in Kansas City, so
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
perfect. Yeah, downtown Kansas City, perfect.
Sure.
Wanna do it?
Yeah. Like I wanna go this year.
Yeah, like it's,
It's gotta get-
like it's like after Labor Day
Basically,
weekend
it's
anytime,
necklace.
so I mean, like, even if they're not there, we can stay at their house.
I'm saying, instead, we're
Wearing.
getting a little tired of going to the St. Louis one every year. It doesn't ever
We
really
used to,
change.
we used to go with your, I mean, it's been a long time ago, you know,
As
Puke
per
and Snot,
track souls.
they were great, they were a comedy troupe, they were so
At the
much.
time of their death, they
It
were
was-
wearing
it was great when I was
wearer
a
who
kid,
sold his
because
movie
everything was
gentlemen,
giant.
shoes of
Yeah.
sale between.
So I've been in,
14
so
days.
I got so many, I got souvenirs from previous years, you know, goblets and stuff.
After the
and, like,
selected.
it was so much fun. It's like an
Shatters
entire
the
area,
soul.
it's out in
Body
Kansas, but,
then immediately
but it's
reforms
like an
in a
area that they
space
have, it's
within
so much
60
fun.
feet of where
So
the
yeah,
gem
yeah, we
shattered,
could talk about that.
regardless of the condition of the body that
We
was
want that.
as per true resident.
Oh, I'm putting that on.
As
The
opposed
gem
to
is destroyed
Every
prior
time
to
we
the
go
time
To the St. Louis one.
the dead wearer's body reforms immediately.
But the next time we go.
The
we try
individual
doing
who
the,
sold is released from the
the
necklace can
drinking
choose where her body.
Because I think that was
died.
more fun. Obviously only like a.
Once the former
big
wearer
pressure.
is.
Well, I do so much try to go with placing
This is
job.
not the-
Oh, no, absolutely, but I wasn't sure they wanted to do this.
We'll see.
It was cheaper.
Anywho,
What's up?
Boldly moving forward.
Yes,
Me liking.
You like me? As long as you like me.
I need a bucket.
Well, I'm a,
You know what?
I could be feminine.
That's a good point.
You
All right.
two, you two.
You got, we got a deal?
It's a great video.
Yeah.
I'll show it. to
We
you.
have an accord.
I'll send some,
I'll show you later.
I'll find
Okay.
some content for you. I'll send some guys to block the road, so that you are. disturbed.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do with, Lowell's guest?
Which guest?
One outside lugging, lugging old furniture into the fire.
Well, we.
keep them here for a while, busy. When we're done investigating, you can just say, hey, our mistake, she's, you know, probably back home and.
Okay,
Just keep them working until.
Keep 'em working.
yeah, keep him busy till, you know, keep him on our way.
Alright.
So we
She
investigate
puts the
our-
wand back in her vest.
The wand in the pocket.
I'll make sure that nothing interferes,
Yeah, let's go.
but it's gotta be done.
Go,
We're on our way.
Okay.
we're off.
Alright, so is there anything you guys
Whatever.
wanna do before you go there?
We'll have to see.
Nothing that we're aware of.
Right.
That yellow bridge.
Do we, okay, we're all rested. So that's.
We're all
good.
rested,
Everything's
we're
back.
stored.
Do we need anything? Could use.
You wanna talk to Cecilia before, you wanna debrief Cecilia at the sleepless agency first?
Yeah, let's take care,
Yeah,
You wanna do
care
that
of
first?
everything we need to take care of while we're here. Before we move on.
Alright, you go down to the sleepers
What are you
agency
laughing at
and
over
you
there?
are welcomed into their blockhouse. Brought into one of the rooms, again, I mean, you stayed there before, so you know the layout of the land, that kind of stuff. She puts you, basically, one of the agents puts you in a large conference room.
Yay,
Cecilia shows up a minute later.
yay.
But she's got a person with her. It's a man, human, elvish blood,
Is he wearing a name tag?
No,
Says hello, my
They
name
have
is.
engineering skills.
No?
doesn't look it. He's got,
Oh.
describe this man for us, Luke, would you?
You see a man that's about my
Ding,
height,
ding, ding, lights, bells, whistles, horns.
shaggy black hair, a well kept mustache
Good looking?
and
How well?
very good looking.
Okay, like Ian.
Waxed and curled.
Ooh. Wow.
What the thing was.
Wow. Don, that was
Well
cruel.
played. That was
While he
well
was
played.
That was
discussing it,
cruel.
while he was discussing, I kind of tapped Beth. I'm like, watch this.
Well played, well played.
Don, it does not
Almost
surprise me.
aspirated a
though.
thing here.
Good job, though.
That was a good song.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway,
Mhm.
Yes, dude.
No, Andy.
So,
Well, pronouns are she.
Love is a
and
Oh,
they.
man.
Yeah, love is
You
amazing.
guys love him, you
Well,
wouldn't like him any other way.
he's, yes,
He's
to
a,
answer your question, yes.
he's
very-
the spice of your life.
He. Jesus Christ. He
No,
almost
he's not
has
that.
like,
his name isn't Ian though, it's Liam.
Naya.
Yeah,
Let's go on.
good.
he almost has like a like a troubadour cape on his shoulder.
Almost.
It's not quite like a one-to-one of like a troubadour cape.
It's a
but it is
wannabe?
like a
It's not
shoulder
like a
cape.
Superman case.
It's a short cape.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
wearing mostly like beige coloring, but the cape itself is purple. He's kind of eyeing all of you. You see that there's like a journal in front of him, with a pen just writing on its own, without him touching it at all. In fact, it's kind of just
Kind of like Harry
kind of
Potter.
like Kevin
Yeah, I was gonna
right
say,
now.
kind of like Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
exactly.
All right, thank you.
Kind of
Reed
like
Skeeter
Kevin,
in the
Right, just-
leaning back and just
just-
watching you
there's a
all.
scene- Peter, I'm up
Observing the
here now, you know?
situation.
So Cecilia comes to you and says, basically, I'm very interested to know what happened yesterday. There's a lot of things that, a lot of things have changed in 24 hours and I can't help but
An
think
unfortunate
that you guys were
series of
somehow
events.
involved.
These cultists inside the Count's manor
Mhm.
attacked us when we went to go see the Count. And then they set the place ablaze.
Okay. Did you see anything else amiss? Where did you see the count?
The Count was nowhere to be found.
The count was unaccounted for.
All right, you're gonna have to do it now.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, I'm out of
Hold on, I'm writing that down.
The count was unaccounted for.
Aside from several,
Reminds me, I need to vote.
aside from several cultists that were attacking us, we found a weeping child in the attic.
Not a child.
How do you know?
It's on my screen. No, it wasn't, yeah, you didn't get the impression, it wasn't, you don't think it was a
It
child.
wasn't a child, but
Yeah.
Something was weeping.
Something
woman.
weird, something was weeping.
An angel perhaps.
a weeping
No.
woman in the attic.
Was not that.
There was a hellhound, barnyard, demon dog,
Hound of Tyndalus.
hound. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, I know the Hound of Tinderlos. It likes me.
Boy's a big fan, yeah.
And two, for lack of better terms, treants, three, that participated in the burning of the grounds.
And you all concur with this is exactly what happened.
Wild story that
Yeah.
this.
Well, it's a lot like when you guys ever see Beverly Hills Cop at the
Yes.
very end where they're trying to explain
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened. What happened here? And Eddie Murphy's like, in the course of defending ourselves, we accidentally shot everyone in the house.
Yeah.
And
It's
then he
like-
goes to one of his guys, he goes, is that really what happened?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It's like any Hogan's Heroes episode.
Well, she seems dubious about this. She asks some probing questions, which you guys, I'm assuming, deflect as best you
Yeah,
can.
we don't like to be probed.
Yeah, so, but it's,
We tell
Have a long
nothing but the
debate.
truth, as long as it deflects any blame from us.
Right, right.
it's not a
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, the blame defection is the main thing.
George Costanza.
George Costanza, one of the greatest liars of all time. All right, so you hear all this, and Cecilia at that point goes, well, this is my friend Ruan.
Is your pen,
Uh,
is your
who's
pen
new-
still
who's new
writing?
in town. And
Through it, okay.
ruined, sorry, not ruined.
Ruined? You're ruined?
You'll try.
You guys
You got a
behave.
workshop.
Hey,
names.
you guys behave yourself.
It was
But
ruined.
basically, she's like, look, I brought him here.
Literally drew it.
My tentacle
He
reads.
had a very interesting tale
Hey,
to tell.
yeah,
I wanted
look at that here.
To tell it to
Yeah.
me, because I think what he has to say intersects with some of the things that you guys have lived. Sect.
You two behave yourself.
I'm behaving just fine.
Don, control your daughter.
Good, yeah.
Those days are long gone. Anyway, would you care to tell them what you told me?
Absolutely. From the sound of it, it sounds like you all have one hell of a time in this town.
Yes,
We've not got to read.
So we
Yes.
enjoyed every minute of it.
I'm surprised to hear
Damn.
that considering.
That was cold.
What did you say?
At least we haven't died twice.
Oh, wow.
Especially considering you've lost, from the sound of it, at least 3 party members that most of which you don't seem to care about at all. Almost like you're dangerous
I want you to know-
sociopaths
know
that
that
should be in that asylum.
Never affected our ability to do the right thing.
Are you sure about that?
No, wait. 4 party members.
4 party members.
We had
right.
some-
Oh, yeah,
Wizard, sorcerer.
Ah.
Arcana.
Are you alive?
Right, right.
right.
Hmm?
Are you alive?
4 party members that the
I'm a-
majority of you do
so we
not seem to
win.
care about.
They
But
lose.
that's beside the point. The point is,
What's the point?
you're all looking for the mayor, right?
Count.
the count,
Count, whatever his name, whatever title. it
whatever
is.
title or, yeah.
Is your-
1, 2.
Well, it just so happens that I might know
Thanks, Doug.
somewhat where he
You
is.
knew where I was going with
Okay,
that.
wait, what?
I might know where your missing count may be.
Okay,
Lead the way.
Well, it's a bit of a distance, and from the sound of it, you also have some work to do here in town. Unless you're
what?
planning on just leaving without.
What
Oh.
information do we
so we got a
need?
couple of things to do first before you go. Will you be here when we get back, or do you want to go with us?
I can go along with, I've got nothing else to do, plus it might be an interesting story to actually see it up close.
Did-
You guys,
What do you think?
Yes.
We're thinking the
I
same
do a
thing,
perception check to see what the quill is writing on the paper.
the quill's new to me. I don't know what's going on there.
He has a quill that seems to be just writing.
There's a cantrip called scrivening.
Oh, right. Okay.
Quill,
Yeah,
And I'm.
just taking some notes.
Are they accurate notes?
I'm going to do a perception check to see if I can't see what it is.
All right, give me a roll.
I'm, yeah,
Talking shit over there.
20.
yes.
20, all right, yeah, you get a look at him. What does he see?
Opportunity to explore.
Might be worth it.
You see
Might be
just
fun.
like
On a personal level,
notes about
just
this
be fun.
conversation about what everybody is saying and, you know, kind of the general description of it.
That is so evil.
General description
I'm
of
on board.
everyone,
Let's see what we can do.
and the dialogue.
Yeah.
Going back and forth. Okay, so it's a recording, but
Exactly.
as well as some adjectives used for description of people.
Exactly. Are you gonna try to skip me immediately?
That's why I love
No.
this part.
I don't think so.
That's why you
Okay.
do this every, you know,
If I'm
every
losing
second
another
Friday night.
character, I'm done.
Do you have questions for him? Because he's like, well, I think I know where you're counting.
I'm out at 3.
So, or what is the?
3 strikes and you're out.
Doug's over there smiling.
Well, At this point,
Try to get some shut eye.
Oh, stop it.
probably about a month away.
A month away.
Yeah.
From what, how do you know it's the count from here?
Because when I saw him, we were 2.5 weeks away in the
Town of Woods Edge.
I'm hoping.
the town of Woods Edge, on the border of Talbot and
Galt.
Galt.
And was he under duress? Was he?
Oh, no, he
captive? Was
Who's wearing a dress?
He
Freely
seemed,
on his own?
he seemed to be in very high spirits, almost like he was going
I
on
was about to
some
ask that,
sort
but
of
I-
exploration. It seemed like he was going on some sort of scholarly expedition from the sound of it, or at the very least,
They don't
something
really
that he
sip
was very
sours.
probably.
Good night, good point.
We're not allowed to sit together.
And any question as to if he intended to come back? or-
We're
Plotting,
not allowed to sit
Yeah.
together anymore.
Not a clue. All I know
please,
is that
we're plotting
He
the
was there.
ruination of this
we
campaign.
talked.
Yeah,
Lovely
well,
conversation
for the second
about
time.
anything other than himself. And told me that he was going down towards,
Casimir.
that he was going towards
Justice Day was
Casimir,
involved in this ruination.
which to my mind is maybe
Another week and a half beyond there, so
Yeah.
about a month from here.
about a month. from
By
So
the
once
stuff,
from here, he's gonna go to Casimir, and do you know what he's going to do there? How long he's
Great
gonna
with you.
stay?
How long? No. With who, kind of, and what? To see an old friend.
Hey,
Who's old friend?
His old
so
friend.
our strongest lead now for the Baron is your say so,
The count.
the count.
yeah, basically,
So if we hurry up and do our thing up at the hill,
Have you
basically,
shared any
kill the witch,
information about,
and
have you
then
shared the notes at all?
Yeah, I shared it, after we left.
I forget, does the notes say anything about where it's gonna be?
1 second.
so basically he's saying, look, I was coming up the Selin River, traveling.
So do we
this
need to
way.
look
I
at
heard
that
some
book
stories
calendar?
about things of that nature. I was in the town of Woods Edge, which is at the very north tip of the Verdun
You've been up
Forest
a while.
on the river. And he's like, I was in an inn there, and this guy, this aristocrat was in there, turned out to be this
I'm
Count
tired of it.
Rolls from Thrushmore
Okay,
in
that's
Ustal.
Yeah, you're part of it.
And, you know, he had his entourage with him and various kinds of things, and I was staying at the same inn that same night, and they got to talking. Turned out, you know, once he got in his cups, he was a bit more loquacious, you know, that kind of stuff, and, you know, he was buying drinks for the whole place, so it was like, you
In
know,
addition to.
I can
and
see
he
that.
talked
Yeah,
about
that's good.
that he was going to, he was headed the other direction. He
Problematic.
talked about how he was going to Casimir to meet a friend of his. But intimated, and he didn't go out, and he didn't give any details, certainly, in fact, whenever Ruid tried to
Decompress and-
pry a little bit, get more information out of
Yeah.
him, he became quite guarded about it, but the impression that Ruid got was that he was embarking on some sort of endeavor or business propos, not quest so much, but a business proposition of some sort. Maybe the impression he got was that it was very important and it was going to be very valuable to him.
I remember the name of the man he was going to see was something along the lines of Mark or Mork or Mac or something along those lines.
Mork.
And Mindy?
Mindy,
Possibly, I don't quite know. It was quite an odd name.
McConaughey?
Took me a second. I'm like,
No,
Morgan
Who's
McConaughey?
Don's wife involved? That was the first thing I thought, I was like, what?
working Mindy.
it could have been McConaughey. Now that I think about it, I think it might have been a longer name, but
Mindy, probably.
Yeah,
Is there a
I'm
cat
not
involved?
not entirely sure. But
I have always liked cats.
But as he.
We know, we've established that fact, Don.
Basically, when
Okay.
he
Alright.
arrived yesterday. In Thrushmore,
Don't really
because he's
keep wanting it.
investigating stories, the stories related to the Thrushmore Witch.
which you all seemed to have killed already.
And
No,
he
not
was,
yet.
he was at the
Yeah, you did.
stain.
Somehow
The
she survived.
Thrushmore witch was the druid that was.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
was
she's
it.
the
Well,
bane
he's
of
like, I
my
was at the
existence.
stain yesterday, talking with this crazy guy who kept begging me for drinks, but told me about you guys specifically, that you'd killed the Thrushmore Witch. And he's like, I'm interested in this story. And so I was like, look, I talked to Cecilia, she told me that she knew you guys, and that I could talk to you and maybe hear what happened.
I will tell you the story of the first one.
And I will happily listen to it.
Go ahead, tell that.
And when I tell the story of the Freshmore Witch,
Mhm.
I make sure that Elib is the bravest hero of the story.
Does it start with once upon a time?
It does, it's because of the drainage.
Gotcha.
It needs to.
Well, you certainly sound like the most capable out of all of us.
He is very modest and he will not tell you how great he is, but he is quite wonderful.
He is a legend.
He
I
threw
just
one
like
of
my
mine out the
dress.
window.
Look at the skull.
That is rather.
And your
Um,
face,
Coulade,
I
man,
will also tell you how,
through a door.
I've heard of Kumar.
how,
Yes,
Osama bin Laden.
yeah. Ben Laden, your friend.
oh, yeah.
Sam Bloden.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I will also tell you the stories of how just and good Elib is. In carrying out justice days.
Oh, yes, I've heard.
When the
terrible
Baron,
justice
when the
day.
Baron wasn't available. So
Oh, don't worry.
I-
I've heard plenty of tales
I
about
will-
justice day
well,
thus far.
I will tell you lots of stories, all of which involve Elib being the hero.
Mm. I think I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah, Elib was awesome.
So
And-
so
And I'm
basically,
riding on his coattails.
basically what Rui tells you is that he's seen the count about 2.5 weeks ago. He saw the count in Woods Edge. The count spent an evening there, sort of in the company of the count. And the count basically said he was going to Casimir to meet up with a friend of his named Mark or Mac or something like that.
McConaughey.
Maybe McConaughey, you don't know. But
Mac-
McConaughey's here,
Mac and
so
cheese.
that doesn't make a ton of sense.
Right.
I know.
He didn't think anything of it until he got here. He was trying to learn about the Thrushmore Witch, found out about you guys, and figured, well, maybe these guys need to know this.
Hey, you
did.
guys.
Okay, so let's go to the basics.
Let's go to the basement. Okay, yeah,
No foreplay, straight to the thing, got it.
you betcha.
Foreplay is right out.
No telling.
Yeah,
So,
foreplay is
let's-
highly overrated.
Before we go, I'm going to share that note that I got from the library with the new guy.
Okay?
Yeah.
No.
In the
The
in the
The note's
library
saying
with
the
a
name
candlestick.
of-
Oh, gotcha, okay. And you were like, yes, that's the name he mentioned.
Name.
Marky, what was it?
Marco Polo?
Miakinen.
Yakinen.
Whatever.
Mac
I
Needles.
don't know if I'm up for
Miak-
that flyer.
Miakinen. There's an I after the M.
That
Miakinen.
guy,
Yeah, Miakian.
There's another M.
Miakian.
where do you find this?
In the library.
Okay,
The
this
one that
will,
burned
this will
down.
be forever known as the library guy.
With a candle.
The library dude.
Well, I mean, and the letter says, it mentions Casimir too, doesn't it?
No, it mentions somewhere.
Just put it away.
The
Mentions
library
somewhere
place
zero.
and the library guy.
What? Yeah, it
Hello,
mentions.
you magnificent bastard, greetings, the alchemical shit you asked
She
for
said
accompanying this letter.
bastard.
What? The alchemical shit
She
you
did
asked.
say bastard.
It actually says that.
Yeah. The chemical shit you asked for accompanies this letter. My servants are at your disposal. Feel free to use them as you wish. They are reasonably skilled, but sometimes difficult to control. You're likely to enjoy their antic, but don't let them near anything you value. Haha. It seems that the mad poet you met in your dream journey was right. The book you seek, the Necronomicon, is located in a special collection called the Mysterium in the Qadiran city of Kathir, though it is written in Necro. If you can find a way to retrieve it and bring it to me, I can certainly help you translate and research it. I look forward to seeing you again, my old friend. Now you can talk.
She's a good child.
Thank you. Does your character speak Necro?
She's confused.
Necro. The language that we just don't happen to need.
I haven't decided what languages to speak, so yeah, why not?
Yes,
Better,
that's
it's less
all it
valid.
is.
I mean, if nothing else, I have comprehend languages, so.
Don't I have that book also?
The Necronomicon?
No, the book that lets me ask it something.
It translates stuff,
Today.
yeah.
Oh,
Let me.
possibly, yeah. Necrol is the language, the ancient language of the dead.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize I did character on you.
I made him yesterday, you watched.
No, I know, but I mean, like,
And
I
I-
sent him less.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The lore master,
Oh, right.
+5 to knowledge checks,
hey.
even if not trained.
Although I'm low
Yeah.
key.
Yeah. You do have
That's a
that.
bit different.
Not
So
right
to the
into
basement
here.
then.
To the basement.
Nice.
To the library, to the basement.
To the
The
basement.
library.
Okay.
To the wall.
Basement, to the
So-
wall.
Go ahead and do
Onward.
undead checks. You'll get the same vibes that you got a couple hours ago.
Yeah, all right.
You know, small undead underneath the carriage house kitchen. And then some sort of machine underneath.
We're going head for the machine.
Okay.
So the carriage house kitchen is a place we need to go to.
Once you
So, so this is smoke. This is the wreckage of the manor house. The wreckage of the library is in here. Get right.
Which I knew who caused that wreckage.
That is the kitchen
Wasn't us.
building, and that is the carriage house. And so what Dustwar will tell you is that he's detecting underneath here somewhere undead of minor kinds. And then under here, how would you describe what you saw, what you're seeing?
That, you know, there is the faint glow of undead, magic in use. However, it's in use by more of a mechanized fashion. This isn't, you know, someone down there on their own casting spells and all that. They are,
It's a machine kind of.
it is kind of like a,
Undead machine.
yes, you know, processing. Yeah, you know, the processing, the magic, I hate to keep using that word, but the whole way that creatures are turned into undead zombies.
Oh, God.
That kind of-
Enter the new styrofoam.
Got the figs out of there, would you?
Who?
The figures? All right, so you guys pick through the wreckage of the library. And, you know, the burnt pieces, and you push stuff out of the way. Largely the books that were in there and the papers and stuff like that, largely total, most of that stuff went up quite quickly and is completely destroyed. There's a lot of paper ash and papyrus ash. You managed to pick away some of the fallen bookcases and burnt pieces of furniture and stuff like that, and you uncover a scorched and largely destroyed rug, which you pull away, that shows underneath a relatively intact trapdoor.
I get it. Yeah. It's done.
Wait for it.
What?
I said, wait for it.
We wait for it.
Hey. Cast spark and burn the basement.
Yeah. We,
No, no.
use the sleight of hand and see if you can get that barrel of that oil out of
I-
there.
I-
Out of her office.
Tentacles of green guns and
Yeah.
shades.
That makes some help sleight of hand.
Yeah, I know. Don't mind us, you don't see this.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Right. Eliminate
Well,
GM's hard work.
Just.
You pull up the
It might be
lid
weird
of the trapdoor.
Huh?
Oh, aces with me now.
Oh, God.
This is nice.
Well, this is that forever.
It's a great toss though.
For some reason, Lisa jumped on the bonfire.
Here.
He's on the table. We'll get him later.
Remember.
All right, so yeah, you pull it back and you find a scorched and dusty trapdoor with a large inset ring, which you pull up. It comes up, and below that is a set of steps going down. A musty smell comes up. It's not Andy this time.
Sorry.
The hell is it?
Ooh, that was cool.
It's the sound of the wind in the distance.
So Donna, you wanna go first?
The Eri Diablo, the demon wind.
Check the traps.
The demon wind.
The demon.
Beware the demon wind. Andale, Riva.
He has the best perception.
What sort of marching order you got here?
Beldana, 10 feet before, Elif.
Okay, and the rest of you sort of piled around back.
Sure.
I'll be right behind Elam because I've heard so much about how incredible Elam is that I now have to see it.
I'm standing right behind him.
See it to believe
So
it.
you want to witness that from
I'm
behind?
standing right behind
Yep.
you, continuing
I
to
gotta
tell
pick
you
this
how
flash
awesome
zone
you
to
look.
really get to.
Just trying to get a perspective
yeah.
on where you're at.
Do Jex's sort of pans to Elib ever give the
I
give off the
reached down and
brave
clawed
brave
his
Sir
nose
Robin
so that
kind
he
of
can-
vibe, or?
Yeah.
I climb up, I'm in my, chair.
Brave
My
brave Sir
goodness.
Robin.
He's in your mount.
Lex, Les,
28.
That's who.
Les,
Yes.
I'm actually in my chair on
Nice.
Elif.
Oh, you're gonna be in the master blaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is mounted Elam.
Okay, well,
Just put me.
That's gonna be, you're gonna knock your head around.
He's in the watchtower.
Low ceilings, it is a basement, you know.
I can
all
die.
right, you don't see any traps.
Apparently the cookies are doing.
Cookies were good. You don't see any
Huge-
traps.
Huge
and
failure,
the,
that's why they're all gone.
Yeah. it's-
The
they
door
suck.
at the bottom of the stairway is locked. However, there's
Oh.
a sign on the door that says cellar.
How's it
Underneath
spelled?
it, it says VIN, VIN,
How's it spelled?
cellar,
Well, Vin,
VELLAR,
Vin.
VIN, VIN.
Wine cellar.
You just wanted to make sure they didn't spell it SELLER.
So,
Well, XXYY
We're gonna
Z.
sell
the door is
two.
Go ahead, give it a go. If you don't make it, I'll do it.
Shoes.
Thank you. 17.
17 is good enough. The
Yeah,
lock
she
was not
snickers.
super strong.
You should use an X-Acto knife.
Okay, sure.
No. All right, so you go in, or look in, I would think. The
Yeah.
door opens inward. So you look. Let me get to my flavor text, if you will.
So if anyone happens to see any Casellario 4130, be interested. It is a wine cellar.
He's calling dibs.
I'm calling dibs.
It's very good vintage.
Yeah,
Adequate.
don't worry about that.
It was
Just if
adequate.
you see it, it's fine.
I was disagreeing with your.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I hope to give it as a
The
gift.
shelves in
to,
the cellar are neatly
collector.
stacked with glass and
That's right.
clay bottles.
Yes.
Little
No one
kegs,
descended. in it.
decanters, mugs, crystal goblets.
As is. Eli.
And they seem relatively untouched.
I
You
will
don't
tell
think
you
that there was any
sometime.
damage
Let me
from
start.
fire down there. You're quite deep in earth. The stairs went down probably 20 to 25 feet.
Wow.
So quite deep in the earth. But there's, as you go in, there's wines and liqueurs, along with glassware and stuff like that, sort of scattered about.
Just the one room, or is it like
It's just a one room. Now, there is a door,
Like
on the
bookshelves?
On the right, I mean.
I'm gonna cast detect magic
Detect magic?
on and then look around the bottles and that kind of stuff.
You don't see anything.
I do
inside
hop
of
down.
it.
to,
It looks,
check
it
the
looks to
bottles.
be largely Ustalavian vintages.
Sure.
Various accoutrements for, dealing with wine and stuff like that. No, none of those kind of.
I do hop down and check every bottle.
Check every bottle. It's almost entirely Ustalav wine.
You never know.
Ustalav wine tends towards white, tends towards sweet. Think Lee Promel.
Casellario is a sweet one.
Is it? Well, it's not.
There is-
Anyways,
Are you sure one of the 13 most rare bottles in the world aren't here?
Not sitting in a basement underneath a.
Yes. Be sure. Move along.
Ustalav, yeah, it's not. There's actually not much rarity here. This was largely.
7-Eleven stuff.
Except
Well, not
us.
7-Eleven stuff. It's decent enough quality, but it's, the kind of wine you buy by the case, not by the bottle. This was probably the seller that served the manor.
The,
And it's obvious
It's
that probably
wine for the
Cole
masses.
had a taste for this kind of Ustalavian wine.
Jack,
because something grew up
I'm gonna do
drinking
you like I used to do my kids.
What?
Have we already answered you?
Yes,
What was the answer?
no.
How long ago did you ask?
it. Literally moment.
An hour ago.
12 seconds.
Do you think my answer changed in those 12 seconds?
I'm looking in new spot.
I feel 9 years old again. Answered those questions.
We had that conversation in Walmart in the checkout line one day, and the woman said, you know, I've never seen it handled.
No.
You responded with, well, I could just beat the crap out of her here right in the middle of Walmart. All right, so yeah, so
See
like
what
I was saying,
happened.
this is largely Ustalav wine, sweet whites. You get the impression that this is the wine that was served on a daily basis in this building.
So wine of champions.
Yeah, and it probably is the kind that he likes, that the count's favorite. He's from Ustalav, so Ustalavian wines would be something that he'd grown up
It's a
with.
fine,
Yeah.
mediocre wine.
Generally speaking, if you guys were to pack all this out here and sell it in town, 500 gold pieces worth maybe.
This town has got 500 gold pieces?
No.
Oh, yeah,
in
well,
wines.
yeah, probably.
Okay.
Somewhere, somebody's got 500.
In total, yeah.
Maybe. But I mean, it's about 500 gold pieces.
We're not worried
Whole
about it.
town.
I owe you 499 gold pieces.
Yeah. Did you drink one?
We're not taking it all or anything, right?
No, let's keep going.
Yeah, we're going.
No, no, we're just calculating.
I,
All right, the.
It's going.
So
Dad's
Drink,
drink.
drink.
his cups are whistling.
Alcohol is going.
So that other door is unlocked. And I'm assuming you open it,
Yes.
and it leads into a hole.
All right, we go down the hallways.
Yes,
I'm
please.
back on the chair.
You can see down the hallway, there's a door here, and then there's sort of a room over here. You're not sure what's going on there. It's kind of dark. So you're not sure what's going on. in
So
there.
sort of a room.
Any undeady
It
vibes?
looks like it opens up.
Door.
As your
Should we have a
face
telephone?
there, it's sort of
The
like.
It's
door.
not locked.
Huh?
The door's not locked.
Well, no, there's a door in this hallway. You have to check.
Let me make sure that I'm accurate about that.
Yes, please.
Should I put you by the door?
Surely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Was it an act 20?
sure is.
That you can,
Surely. I am serious.
No, sure.
natural 20. What are you trying to do?
See.
Check every lock in this cat, in the basement.
Sure.
That one is not locked. However, when you push the door open, you realize that it is a cell, like a prison cell or a dungeon cell. There are manacles against the wall. There are tables with, there's a table with some very unpleasant looking tools on them.
Like what?
Like knives and pincers.
Like Jack's.
There are two wooden pallets also sort of up against the wall. The manacles are in the center of the wall across from the door. And then there's like two wooden pallets that may have been beds for prisoners. There's no one in here right now. And there's a little table that has tools, yeah, instruments on it.
Torture room? How would I recognize?
Prisoner torture room, yeah, there's a smell of blood in here,
Entertainment
old
room.
blood.
Entertainment in interrogation.
Right.
Statement.
Hey, one man's entertainment is another man's
I was gonna
entertainment.
say, it could be a certain type of entertainment.
It doesn't,
Secret doors?
give me a check.
The Inquisition.
Whoever's,
I know wishing that we would go away,
Question,
but the Inquisition here is here to say.
can I roll a dungeoneering or an engineering to try and see
Yeah, they
like
really need to
this kind
separate
of town.
those.
I know.
Have like secret.
We do.
or something.
Sure.
What would I go for that?
A
Engineering
dice.
or dungeons. Give me a medical.
Yes, like what? Trying to ask-
23 perception, looking around the room for secret doors.
You don't see any secret doors or anything. It looks pretty solid, actually.
14.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that there's no secret doors. There's no indication that there's any sort of secret or concealed door.
Unsolid doors.
Unsolid.
I'm searching for,
Gaseous.
There is the
I'm searching for,
door though.
Yeah.
It's just right there.
I'm searching for the sign that says door here.
Blood. There is some blood on the floor. It's not a lot drops here, drops there. It's a lot more than you would find.
Here
in the
drop,
living
there,
room.
there
But
drop,
it's not,
everywhere
you know,
drop.
It's
drop.
like an abattoir.
Old McDonald had a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh.
Coagulate, sir. Your guess.
Old McDonald's had a
Somebody was in here
coagulated drop.
bleeding 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which would have been
oh.
the day
Formed into a woman that's being
before you guys.
Drop up here, and drop
Somebody
up
was-
there.
Having a bad day in town.
Okay.
Here a drop, there a drop, everywhere a drop, drop.
Well, Donna, do you wanna continue
Yes.
east
I figured
and
I'd
go
wait
into that
till y'all were
room
done with your,
west?
Dropping,
so we wanna go that way or this way?
yes.
Well, we have to go
Towards-
straight
towards you
first.
guys.
Well,
So there's, so you enter that room, and this room has been relatively recently decorated. There are yellow tapestries on the walls, and they are covered with that same
There's a
symbol.
plaque
that
that says
you've seen before.
recently
that's
decorated.
a room, not a hallway?
No.
The hallway went down to this other bigger
Oh, that's-
area. It's
Okay,
it's a hallway.
Yeah, we're in the hallway and you just walked into the room.
We're in
That
the
symbol you've seen
hallway.
before in yellow, that's marked on the tapestries.
The witch might be a something with that.
But this is relatively recent, these tapestries have been put up. There's also a small shrine in the corner over this way. Yeah, like right there. There's a small shrine with statues, a bowl that, like
Oh,
a brass bowl that has
statue.
blood in it.
Fresh blood.
It's relatively fresh, it's thickened, but it
Same as the room.
it's newer than that.
Newer than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congealed.
Couple of yellow candles that are not lit. You know, it doesn't look like you disturbed somebody having a ceremony. It's looking like this would be a place that they had a ceremony hours or maybe even more than a day ago.
You wanna check this area for a secret door?
How's detect magic?
Well, I can detect magic.
I can
but
too.
I'm not. I'll detect magic on
I don't.
the altar or whatever it
Cause you
is.
You
can't,
don't, you detect magic, there's one item on the altar that radiates magic. And it is a very small, very ornate knife. Curved knife.
can I,
Can I
It's
cast?
maybe this big.
how big?
How does read magic work again?
But it does radiate magic.
All right, I'll put it with me.
Okay.
Oh, just like the descriptions, okay.
It would otherwise be.
But that's the only thing that's cool. Yeah.
But there's no like secret compartment or something behind the altar.
Not that you can see, no.
is there anything behind the tapestries?
Just walls.
Okay.
You do see on these double doors down here, there's a sign above them engraved in stone that says, "Abandon ye hope, all who enter here."
So I thought exactly.
Who's first?
You also
If it
hear
says
a
not to go,
voice
let's go.
I do the Aragon.
Oh, a voice.
down the open corridor into the darkness. You hear a voice that says, "You found the yellow sign."
I mean, that one on the tapestry there.
No, it's coming from down the hall.
Did we have?
Have you found the yellow sign?
Yes.
Yes.
Speak the words and join me.
Can I roll some sort of check to figure out what the answer could possibly be.
Are you a cultist, a pastor?
I've got a lot of knowledge.
So, okay, yeah, I mean, you never know.
Knowledge of planes, perhaps?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, knowledge Haster.
I was gonna say, I'm of a different deity. Would ours have crossed at any point for me to know?
I don't know, what deity are you? Is this not something you wanna say out loud?
No?
He's not
Okay.
supposed to say out loud.
I rolled a 28 on a knowledge
Okay.
religion.
Okay.
Here's my thing. Hold on. It's,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
You got a religion check?
Um,
Oh,
No?
you're quite close to this one.
Okay.
I rolled 23 for mine.
23, all right, well, you recognize that, the phrase, have you,
Do you know the way to say it?
no, what was it, have you seen
Have you seen the
have you
yellow
found the
sign?
yellow sign? Is sort of like,
Do you know?
Yeah.
The secret.
yeah, it's like a little
Man,
Keelok
man.
phrase that's typical
You
of
know
cultists and
nothing.
pastors. Um,
Okay.
answering yes is not the
Oh.
right answer.
maybe.
There's a phrase. What did you roll?
I had a 15.
50,
I
yeah.
know.
You recognize that this is a sort of a key lock sequence that's being made. So you can hear whoever's saying this is approaching.
Question.
Have you seen the yellow
No.
sign?
I'll always pass on that
Go ahead.
How
whoever
often
is asking.
can
approaching.
this
28
type of
doesn't
floor
have-
master be used?
Once a day, I think.
Just once a day?
Let me check. You did knowledge religion to
Questions
28.
for Dave.
I was thinking it
It's
was like something like
definitely-
that.
Definitely cultists of the kind of thing. All the yellow, pastor's color is yellow, all this kind of stuff.
So
the
if
yellow
I were
king,
to
things like
roll
that.
I'm gonna cast read magic on that.
I was about to say the same thing.
On the symbol,
That symbol, yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
well, it's on several different things. It's just a symbol of the cult of
That's
pastor, or the
nice.
cult of Carcosa.
Oh, that's right, because I didn't know.
Only in my dreams.
Time to retire
Did
to
you
that
get-
dice for the night.
The book didn't help me.
Okay. Let me check, make sure that it's
Yeah, that dice needs to go away. And I roll-
Nice.
and I roll
3
this-
times a day, sorry.
that would be much better.
Can I say
Like a
only in
dice.
my dreams?
You can. You absolutely can say that.
See, that would have been better.
Steve, you saw.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that's a no. Oh, God.
I'm
what
going
the
to-
fuck?
Position myself between whatever that sound is and my friends.
It- it's the,
The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man.
it's fucking
Yeah,
Harkonnen.
exactly.
The Muffin Beanie.
Who lives on very.
Yeah, it's literally Harkonnen from Dune.
We should roll initiative. You see this guy come pouring out, 7.5, 8 feet tall, big robes, you can pick it up and take a look at him. He does have a Harkonnen vibe to him.
I'm Daddy vibe too.
No, but not from around here.
I have, no, it's one of the. abilities.
You know what? I'm gonna have to just buy me a whole set of 20 cents.
I don't have any dice, so.
Let me know when I kill it.
When you're dead,
This dead.
It's dead.
You're
Well, I
dead.
know that he has died, and he has died, but he has died.
okay.
That is 12.
All right, Delphar.
What is your niche?
17.
Ruid.
12.
And
14.
Jess,
15.
Elib,
19.
Grady,
14.
okay.
You know, these initiative rolls suck.
Thanks.
Bella,
8.
Top and extra.
Yeah, speaking
Yeah.
of sauce,
Well, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, usually at least one of us is like in the 20s.
I know. This is a rough start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here looking at mine going, this is awful. Cause I don't even remember if we've had anybody as low as an 8 before, have we?
Les, you
Oh, yeah,
heard me
yeah.
announce that before you said that this guy was coming at us, that I put myself at the front of
Yeah,
the party.
think during the-
did?
Yes.
I did
Yes.
not hear you that say that.
Yes, she did.
Alright, so
What did
you're
you say?
He did.
castling with Elib?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think during the last fight, Grady and I had like.
it comes out of there and it keeps repeating it.
Have you seen the yellow sign?
And it,
I'd rather not.
so this guy just reaches out to grab you. And let's see how that goes.
didn't go well for us.
Natural 18, 29.
Oh my god.
What's the speed of it?
Okay,
Is that-
Yeah.
Attack or CMD?
it's more of a touch attack.
Okay.
So I need you. To.
I can use the book 3 times a day.
You might need to use
I need you to do a fortitude save, DC 17.
Is it perhaps considered a charm, compulsion, or fear effect?
No. No, those would be much better.
I don't make it.
But that just
Okay.
inspires so much confidence, Les.
All right, it's an energy drain. So a level.
Damn.
Ouch.
Cool.
And then, so it doesn't get to do this power every round, though, so
Oh, good.
there's that. You can only do it once every, can't do it until
12 days.
next, the round after next.
Cool. 2 rounds.
So you see this thing reach out and he's like, haven't seen the double sign. And it grabs onto Elib's arm and you can see Elib's just eyes just go, whoop. Are you on Elib at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so you could feel it. It's like this black electricity coming through the carrier. And Elib's just, shaking a little bit. Eventually he wrenches his arm away from the thing and the creature's like, it begins moving forward more. I need you to make a fortitude save. In fact, I need everybody within 10 feet of that guy to make a fortitude save.
That would be Bella, Elib, and Jess.
12.
12, okay. Bella,
21.
21, you're fine. So this has a power called Disquieting Aura. He's surrounded by an aura of gloom and repulsiveness. A creature who fails at saving throw against this takes a -1 penalty on attack rolls and saving throws against fear effects while in the aura and 7 minutes after leaving.
Great.
This creature
Damn.
is so weird and freaky that it's just like
Yeah,
it's giving you the.
But it's considered a
Heebie-jeebies.
cultist of Pastor.
Yes, I would think so. Yes, it's considered a cultist of Pastor. Definitely a follower of Pastor.
Oh.
Got something in mind? All right, that's
That
it for
can't
the
be
keeper. Elib, you're up.
minus 11.
Yeah, I am now blood raging.
Okay. You hear Elib.
So it's -1 to all attacks, skills, saves, etc.
Not skills, just, so -1 to attacks and -1 to saves related to fear effect. So not all your saves.
Do you know the Dragon Man? Dragon Man? Do you know the Dragon
So a 28 and a 18 to hit.
Those will both hit.
Oh, Rude's
Man?
definitely.
You now begin to see that I was not exaggerating.
Rude's already like,
Ruin's
You
like,
thought-
"Damn, son."
You were thinking, there's no way the BS that this guy is putting out is even
Kobolds are
remotely
usually
true.
liars.
Oh my god.
usually compulsive liars. It's quite surprising to find one so on.
41 points of damage.
41 points of damage. All right.
Oh, she does have Bane against those people.
Yeah.
He has Bane against those people.
I just want to point out that would have immediately knocked me out.
Oh, it would have killed a couple of us.
Yeah, well,
Elon
mean-
said, knock you out.
I mean, not kill him or him. I mean, him and him.
All right. It didn't like that. It's not down, but it did not like that.
I can't imagine.
It staggers backwards under, I mean, you're axing it, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Axe magic?
Mhm.
Okay. It staggers backwards, growling, "Have you seen the yellow sword?" And it's looking right at you. Full attack, right?
That
was
was
a
my
full
full
attack.
attack.
Okay, Dustwar. You're up.
Cast plus.
Casting bless. All right, everybody gets bless on that one.
Thank you.
Anything else? You're gonna move to the front, attack that guy?
No.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Full frontal assault.
Nope.
Jax. Now you are standing on top of Elib
Right.
in the carryall.
What does this health, this person's health look like now?
Well, he's got a couple of giant cuts in him,
I know.
but it's oozing not blood, but like this sort of yellow goo.
The Iker.
Yeah, it's goo.
It's-
Imagine really thin mustard.
Imagine if you watched Sin City and you fight in the yellow.
I'm going to assume that Disrupt Undead might hurt it, but not as much as I want.
That's.
You can't tell if it's undead.
you know.
I disembarked from my friend.
All right. Slide back or over the top?
eBay.
Okay.
Something else you haven't seen before.
Yep.
We're gonna keep your pulse busy.
All right.
It's gonna start
Andy,
playing.
Grady, you guys decide which one goes first.
Andy,
What shall you do in the face of this battle?
Yeah, is there any space for little old me to get up there?
You can pass through a friendly square without peril,
Luca can-
but if you go past Elib, that will probably provoke. Because you'll be passing through unfriendly squares.
Your tentacle
you're
does have
stuck
reach
in
though.
It does, but I only have 20 feet of movement because I'm a dwarf,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna get stuck if that's the case. And we're not allowed to share squares.
That's correct.
No, you cannot.
Unless you're in a harness.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm.
then it's okay.
My harness is big
Jack's
enough for Andy right now.
Because they're next, yeah.
Don, I'm putting you next to Elam here.
Yes.
Since you're in- Yeah.
Cause otherwise you're gonna be sharing space with Don, that's not.
Yeah, there's too many people in there.
Yeah.
Actually,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Either
You
to
could
the
get in-
left or right.
I'm
we got
gonna,
this
I'm
choice.
gonna delay until after. How far
Is
can I
that the
move?
giant you live?
Is
Yeah,
Bella
it's the
the
giant.
one at 20 feet?
Sicko.
I moved there when
I
I
know.
jumped out.
Okay.
And they
Is Bella the
made
one
him
at-
Got my 10,000 steps.
Yeah. fellas.
Okay, I'm gonna
Good job.
delay until after Bella.
Yep.
How did you get 10,000 steps?
I walked during the day.
Oh, you did on treadmill?
Yeah.
How'd you get 10?
Standing desk. I wander around my office all day long.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I would like to delay until after Bella, so hopefully she can move up a little bit.
Until after Bella.
Yeah, then I can sneak up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm figuring I'm gonna be moving back.
That's fair, yeah, as long as I can get up to there, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we need.
That's spelled Andy.
It's okay.
Les,
Yep,
you gotta come over and see my
Or if
my
it-
desk.
to your house?
your walking desk. or your-
No, he's got his.
Both.
car.
So is this one now?
Thanks.
Welcome.
I deserve it.
It's not, we're pretty
Okay.
sure because of.
That's okay.
the outlet
That was
here,
legit.
Because it works. on
All right,
the
Grady, what about you?
laptop, But not on this laptop, so we.
Okay, where am I
this
at right
one
now?
just
You
can't
are in the middle of the
handle
pack, in front of
that.
Dustin, the USB-C is, that's where it's just less. You can get through everybody, but the problem is if you go either of these spaces, you're gonna provoke.
Yeah.
I got one provoke.
Yeah.
Attack of opportunity from this guy.
Okay, I'm gonna cast guidance on,
Druid.
Yeah.
Or Bella.
yeah, whoever is, probably Bella,
Okay, so you're gonna sleep through and cast
yeah.
guidance, all right?
What does that do
It's
for me?
+1
Plus
Plus
one
one.
on any roll, I believe.
on
Yeah.
your first roll.
Yep.
Does that stack with plus?
Yes.
It does.
Perfect.
Mhm.
All right, is that it for you, Grady?
Mhm.
All right, then, Ruin.
Yeah, this is like a moralness and this one's a circumstance.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now and I didn't see anything about
I'm gonna
stacks
move,
with this thing, so. I'll check.
Okay,
no, I'll move to that side of the field.
okay,
And I will ask
Those
this
one will
one
see what kind of bonus it is.
on
Circumstance.
on Ela.
resistance
Wow.
two,
Oh,
like an energy.
Sounds good.
can you look up what resistance does? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's just a plus one to saving throws.
You view the subject, +1, yeah, resistance bonus to saves.
Get a stack on bless.
It is a +1 resistance bonus, so yeah, bless is not a resistance bonus, it's a divine bonus, so yes, it does
Sweet.
that.
So then, yeah, then you get a +1 to whatever saves come from this guy next.
Okay. Bella,
Is that everyone or just her?
you have guidance.
Just him.
Yeah,
Damn
only
it.
one creature.
I know,
Right.
takes me half the evening to get used to it, and then we don't play for a while.
So technically, it was a
The
plus
thing
two
is, I
save
was
throw.
gonna step
Yeah.
back so that Andy could get up there.
Yes, please.
You could,
So you
but you can
cast
only
it
go back
again.
5 feet.
Huh?
You can only go back 5 feet. Well, I mean, theoretically, you could run all the way back into the wine room. Into the wine cellar.
I just need to give her enough room to get in there.
Mhm.
So just
Right,
back
fine,
me up,
that's fine,
back
yeah.
me where I need to.
You can go into this room because I'm pretty sure it's still open.
Do the cell.
Well, I guess it depends on if anyone else wants to get up closer. If anyone wants to get up closer, sure. If not, probably right in front of Grady is
That's
fine.
fine.
Okay, that's it for you, Bella. You don't want to do anything else?
No, I'm too far back to do anything else.
All right, Andy.
Can you move me up 20 feet?
Yep.
Perfect. I'm gonna move and then, imbibe one of my, mutagens.
Okay,
And that's it. That's a standard action to,
Yeah.
what mutagen?
my feral, beast mutagen. So I take on like a more beast form.
Even more so than a dwarf?
Bestial.
Okay. So handle animals will work.
66.
Yeah.
minutes.
Against, yeah,
6 die, 6.
Okay. Same thing.
six-sided die.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
no, minutes is, yeah, 66.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruid and
66.
No, 66. minutes.
Andy.
Oh, 6.
6 and 60.
Yeah,
Andy,
6 and 60 minutes. Mhm.
Andy and Ruid, I need you guys both to do
Yeah,
4 to 6
so
saves.
how was-
Quieting
Okay.
aura.
Yeah, over an hour. I have
Well, okay then.
I have what is it, a
Yeah.
background trait thing that increases it. You said fortitude?
Yeah.
Okay, one sec. I think it's you also.
Oh, me too. Where's my,
+3.
now that's fantastic. 8.
You're at -1, from to your attack rolls
Alright.
due to the disquieting nature of the creature. What did you roll, Andy?
I got an 11.
11. You are also at -1 on your attack rolls.
Thanks.
and that lasts how long?
Till he's
Combat.
dead. Yeah, well, it lasts until you remove yourself from his proximity and then another 7 minutes.
Okay.
dead?
So, okay, so
So once we kill him, this is turning away.
does not like Elid.
Once we stay here for 10 minutes, then we can.
What's we,
So he's gonna,
or?
so he yells out some sort of language. You know, and behind you guys in that room, you know how the tapestries have that symbol on them?
Yeah.
The symbols begin to glow yellow.
Was this a spell he was casting?
No, it was just him talking.
Oh, it's a command word.
Now he's casting a spell. He steps backwards.
I have reach.
As do I,
Let him. Second opportunity.
from both
Yeah,
of us.
5 foot step, no attack of opportunity for that.
I'm large. I have
reach.
reach if he tries to cast a spell.
But I am the DM.
Right, but that's bullshit.
The law belongs to me.
That's the
All right,
law of
you
the
can make an
game.
attack of
So,
opportunity.
so he's taking a 5-foot step, which does not provoke attack of opportunity. But the spell does, and he's still within reach.
And I'm also within reach, because I also have a spear, so both of us get. Not that it mattered for me, but
28 points.
28 points, okay.
Jesus Christ, these dice.
He disappears.
Cool, did he just go?
Yeah,
Awesome.
because he didn't die.
Well, I think
Didn't he
one
have
of
to
us
make a
has the ability to
concentration
find
check?
invisibility.
It is not technically a spell. It is a spell like ability.
Ability, okay.
So he doesn't have to make concentration.
Outstanding.
He is invisible. It's your turn. Elid.
Cool. Strike at his last location.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've got a great axe and I have reach, so it's gonna
Right.
be a full swipe, kind of. So potentially one hit. 29 and or 14.
14's a miss, so one
Yeah.
hit. Now you got a 50-50.
Yeah. Let's go high. 15.
15, okay, that's high. You feel your axe clunk into something. Go ahead and roll damage.
Mm-hmm.
33.
Okay.
I'm so happy he lives in this group.
So happy what?
He lives in this group.
You hear a loud thump,
Thump.
and you can see the creature begin to materialize. A lot of that yellow ichor is bleeding out onto the floor, but it's also hissing and popping.
Like acid.
Kind of. Or high explosives.
Ah.
Little friends get back.
I've got
I'm
my,
already in the other room.
Yeah.
you can't move, can you? 'Cause we-
The glowing of
I did
the
double attack.
symbol stops. They
From behind him, right.
But this means that no, it's 7 minutes after he dies, right?
Yeah, get out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Little
Right.
friends get back.
right now, all we need to do is, yeah,
Am I good in the other room?
probably.
you feel waves of necromantic energy rolling off this thing. They're getting worse. Sort of like these vibrations of necromantic energy that are building up inside the creature.
But it's dissolving on the floor.
No, it's getting worse. It's getting stronger.
It's like the zombies that had fireball in their bellies and went kaboomy. It's something else, but
Do we want me to cast spark?
Elib has said twice, little friends get back.
Ow.
All
Get back.
Dustbar, it's your turn.
If I hear get back, so I say that get back, I am getting back as far as I can. Can I get to the door or? Yeah. Am I in the back of the party?
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
You go back up the stairs or over to the stairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am around the corner.
All right.
That's
Jax.
Is what?
That's what fudge is made.
Scooby didn't
Yeah,
do the
I know,
fuck
it's
out
awesome.
of there.
I'm a fudge packer.
You okay with it?
Never even question
Oh, my God.
what
Trying
Doug
to skip into
does.
that room.
30, and then I'm doing a double move.
There's a
There's
city
people.
in Missouri. There's a city in Missouri, a
nice number.
small town called Fudge, okay, and they just play up the whole.
Oh, yeah.
backing thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Uranus, the city
Oh,
is
no, it's not
Uranus,
Fudge, it's right,
Yeah.
Uranus,
but they've
yeah.
got a fudge factory.
Yes, Fudge
there.
Factory,
boy.
okay, you're right. Okay, yeah.
You okay there, Kevin?
Grady's turn.
Where am I at?
You're right here. Just been told to flee for
Little
Short.
twins get back.
I'm gonna get back,
5, 10, 15.
25.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Okay, good. I'm gonna hold there.
Ruid.
I'll move you another 5, so it's extra safe.
Okay. Bella, what about you? Oh, sorry, you haven't gone yet.
It's
Okay, well,
Ruid's
my
turn.
I thought you went.
I'll look at it up and like,
Do y'all think I should be all right in
Certainly
that room, or
impressive.
should I come
oh, you
back
should
there
be
with y'all?
fine.
You're okay.
I'm gonna go to that
You're
room
okay
also, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're gonna see how this goes. And that's
If
my,
anyone goes back in there,
Alright.
close the door after.
Bella?
I'll actually,
Going
yeah,
out?
now with you saying
Or you
that,
staying in the cell?
I'm gonna stay in the cell, and if anything else, just
I would like
get
to
into a-
hold,
get a little bit farther into a corner, maybe.
I would like to hold my action to shut the door as soon as
Is the
Andy is able to
Door
enter.
bars, or is it actually like a solid door?
It's a solid door.
Yeah, I would like to shut the door as soon as Andy walks through.
Okay, Andy, you going in there?
Yeah, I was actually gonna close the door behind me, but if he wants to close it behind me instead, that's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Technical.
Repeat again. Reflex?
Fortitude.
Oh, yay.
That's normally my good one.
Did the large help with that?
I don't think it affects.
No.
fortitude.
Strength and dex,
Yeah.
not con. I am raging though, which does help. Ow,
This is
not in this case,
You have +2.
yeah. 18?
18, all right, that is just barely enough. You
Nice.
feel those waves of that same sense of necromancy that got you last time. You feel that again,
And
only
Ethan
as an
does like a
area of
red
effect.
panda and tries to make himself bigger so he can absorb everything to protect his friends.
Well, you're basically avoiding it. It's sort of bouncing off you a little bit, but you could feel it trying to get in and steal another level from you. But you managed to make the save, so it is okay. And it dissipates quite quickly. You look down and the creature's body is sort of carved up. And a lot of that yellow crap is now not boiling, it's not hissing or boiling on the floor like it was. But now it's congealing into sort of this very,
Stickiness.
yeah, like a pudding-like substance.
That's tasty.
He likes them, banana pudding.
Has some little wafers in there. Got some solid dessert.
Okay, friends, it's safe.
I come back.
Where'd you guys go? Oh, in just a different room, all right.
I'll open the door. Come out and see the damage. Are you going right next to Elam?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Elip's nudging the corpse with his
Where's
toe.
everybody want me to move them?
Yeah, move me behind you then.
Actually, it's the leg because.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just.
Elip's calf.
Yeah,
So do
basically.
Mm-hmm.
I was sensing this necromancy, machine kind of thing off to the left.
Off to the left of where you were standing, it's still off to the left.
Okay.
Still. You said still off to the left.
Right,
Mhm.
and I tell everybody, okay, we gotta be moving in the lefterly direction.
Okay.
Literally.
Left,
Should I?
No, should you?
I don't know, should you? Yeah.
yeah, you should.
Yes, you should.
Me
Okay,
too.
I'll cast spark on the liquid to see if anything happens.
Why?
He said to.
Why? It fizzles out. Your spark fizzles out.
Okay,
It's
thank
not
God,
flammable.
okay.
Alright.
I didn't know
Okay.
what the question was.
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
on-
no,
that's
no,
on
no.
you for
Neither did I.
Yes, that is on me.
That's on you.
It's entirely in character, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I asked a question, you didn't hear what it was, and he was just like, yeah.
I'm consistent in my chaos.
Oh, Aaron would be proud.
Surprising since I'm lawful good.
Only a little bit of Hitler in you.
That's the funniest damn joke we've made this entire campaign.
And Elim is the law, he is lawful.
Just write that down.
Yeah, well, not the lawful part, why did you do that? He told me to. I didn't understand the question. That's entirely in character. All right, so Dustwire is basically saying we have to go to the left. You see above those double doors, abandon ye hope, all who enter here. That is, you will recognize, some of you will recognize that is standard kind of thing for acknowledging a crypt, especially a family crypt. And the idea is that everyone is mortal. Once they're in Pharasma's care, they are beyond the ken of mortal man. They do, those who are dead do not hope.
Fish for traps.
By now, Bless is going, that's 5 minutes, but
Yeah,
That's under disabled device or perception.
a perception for looking for traps.
You know what? It doesn't matter. It's the same 124.
No traps on the door. It is locked though.
Disable device for unlocking it.
Where are we?
You are now here. I'm watching.
21.
To pick the lock? Yeah, it comes away pretty easily, actually. And the door is unlocked.
Hilo, go first.
Okay.
I was about to try to mimic Elo's. All right.
All right, you go
A
in
little bit, yep.
and you see an interesting sight.
Elib is back to normal size also.
Okay.
If Bless is gone, so.
It's basically an elongated subterranean hall. It's decorated throughout carvings with Pharasmian symbols. Those of you with any level of knowledge religion will immediately recognize these as symbols of Pharasma that are carved into the stone. They also culminate at the
North.
And
north is-
this end.
That end, okay.
of a huge bas relief of Pharasma's face, and you know that Pharasma is the god.
Mhm.
It's probably 6 feet across, this bas relief of Pharasma's face. Against the other walls, whose surfaces are riddled with burial recesses, are 7 sarcophagi, 4 of them sealed and 3 of them uncovered. At the end, over by
Was there anything on
at the far end by Pharasma
Okay.
is a person.
I didn't check.
There is, on the left-hand side of the
I will. I don't
sarcophagus,
know.
there is a body lying on top of the sarcophagus. It's wearing ceremonial robes of some kind, and it has what looks like metal plates on its chest and back, which are sort of strapped together, and it has some sort of mechanism on the chest plate.
Okay.
And that mechanism is sort of like, looks like it's periodically delivering shocks to the body. And it's like, it looks like every once in a while, like every 4 to 5 seconds, one of these shocks is delivered by the plates, and the body does that thing like, you know, when, you know, it's like, oh, you know,
Clear,
clear, yeah,
yeah.
and the body, it's not violent, but it's like. You know, that kind of thing, go ahead.
Taser.
So, Elib is reminding me that I should check the body of the, dead cultist that had ooze there and everything.
Okay, good.
Just checking that body, seeing anything worth
that?
salvaging.
No. It had, well, hold on. Let me check, that's an interesting question.
Yes. We agreed with Elib when he brought that up.
You're right, I should totally leave this course.
You are right.
We're best friends. You're right.
Do not,
Stop it.
you don't find anything on the body,
Okay,
other than
let's
it's just
have-
a disgusting blown out body underneath the robes.
Let's have
It's
some
wearing
ice cream.
just tattered robes.
Okay.
And its body is got, it looks somewhat exploded, and it also has big frickin' carve marks on it, probably from a large axe.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have anything in the way of things. So the person with the plates is laying like spread eagle on this sarcophagus, which is closed.
And that's
Standing,
the figure there, or no, you're about
no,
to say
no,
something else.
standing
Okay.
over them, and sort of like ministering to it, and sort of leaning over, you can't really see their face. They're dressed in black, it looks like black hair, small figure, maybe a woman, dark hair. Is sort of leaning over and sort of tweaking things, and you can see that they step back, and then they step forward and are like fiddling again, and then you hear a woman's voice say, well, it's about time that you figured out what was going on and came here and you recognized the voice.
Bagwood?
Winter.
Winter.
Which one's winter?
I heard they're coming.
She's the one
Winter.
that we saved in the asylum.
The very beginning,
Okay,
the woman that was like controlling the refugees,
okay,
yeah,
all right.
She says that.
guiding the refugees, sorry.
She says that, I have no idea what we figured
Yeah, you
out.
wouldn't know, yeah.
Oh, wow, she totally didn't look evil upon.
No.
Well, no, because.
You probably saw her at the sleepless agency. She's a sleepless agent.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have seen her at the sleepless agency when you were there.
Can I get a like
No.
way too
Can I
like
get an
sense
amen?
motive to see like if I ever suspect, like if I, when I saw her at the sleepless agency, if I was like,
Bless you.
she's being
Bless you,
suspicious.
bless you.
She seemed perfectly nice to you. I mean, you didn't talk with her very much. I mean, you mostly talked with Cecilia. But I mean, you passed her in the hall. She's like, hello. And you're like, all right. And that was, you know, other than that, you really didn't get much vibe off.
All right, fair enough.
But she doesn't turn to look at you guys. She's like working on this body.
Would you and I have interacted?
And she's like, it's about time that you guys found your way here,
Okay.
I
figured out what was going on.
What is going on?
You are not as nice as we.
I don't even know your lady.
Nobody's that
I
nice.
just got here.
Well, I apologize for that, I suppose.
You will suffer the fate of all the other dead.
We got
Write that down,
right?
write that down, write that down,
You will suffer the fate of all the other dead.
yeah. For your book.
As curses though, it could use some more.
Yeah.
Not bad for a first try.
The board will clean it up, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just when you tell it later, you'll be like,
Post.
and then you screamed
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
death to you.
And then
Olinka."
they're far.
All things must die.
You hear her
We
sort
will
of
be
like-
among them soon.
Sort of snicker a little bit and say, oh, you can curse me all you want, little one, but the reality is you will certainly find yourself on the receiving end of any curses that transpire here today. She still has not turned to look at you.
Don't you work for the sleepless agency?
She weighs the same as a
She's
ghost.
not responding.
I mean, I could have sworn that I saw you in the halls like a few hours ago and suddenly you're
Steph.
here. This
Steph.
seems weird that you're
Steph.
suddenly here.
So do I get any kind of, from her, any kind of vibe,
You mean like an undead vibe?
yeah.
Okay, we should probably all
The-
move.
I hop off.
The vibe is definitely off in its place.
It's coming off of those back.
Really? I hop off.
Your guess is that this is some sort of construction designed to pierce the veil of Pharasma and extract information from the dead.
Looks like a speak the dead spell, but turned into a machine.
Kind of, yeah, at least that's what he thinks.
I'm still big, right?
No.
No, but you will be
Do I
against it.
think that if I were to burst to heal, not to damage undead, this would have any effect on this machine?
It's a companion.
No, probably not. It's more like a construct, which would be immune to that.
Okay,
It would be like bursting to hurt undead on a animate dead wand,
okay,
kind of like that.
all right, so,
Ready?
I am casting a shield of faith.
Before you do that, she says, I understand that you'll probably feel betrayed, but before you do anything rash, I think you should all of you should look behind you, for that is the real secret of this crypt.
I'm not looking. Hold on again.
I'll look behind.
Okay.
I got no shame.
Not looking,
I'm not looking.
looking,
Oh, I don't even understand what's happening.
looking,
No, I'm watching her.
Grady,
Watching.
looking?
Yep.
Bella,
My friends will let me know if I need to look.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
looking?
No, I'm gonna view, I'll look here, I'm gonna,
You three are looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
you see
This thing sort of whirling colors in the background. And it seems mesmerized. You're looking at it, you're just like, what am I looking at? Well, whatever it is, we probably have to do will save because of looking at it. So those of you who look, do will saves.
22. I rolled a 19.
22, all right,
23.
okay.
12.
Elid, 12.
I didn't look. I
Yeah,
was
just
watching
Grady.
her.
Oh, you're watching.
Grady
Okay.
has to.
Yeah, you look
All right,
back.
Grady, you find yourself fascinated by the swirling colors
Yeah.
of this hypnotic pattern.
Ooh,
Pretty.
And
Yeah,
you
pretty
are
good.
mesmerized.
Yeah.
Fascinated means that you can do nothing but stare at it.
Yeah.
I do. I do indeed have fascinated.
You are entranced by a supernatural effect. You can take no other actions other than paying attention to this fascinating effect for as long as the effect lasts. It takes any potential threat allows a new saving throw. Any obvious threat, casting a spell, aiming to rage weapon at you, automatically breaks it.
So smack Grady.
Yep.
Yeah, you can break the eye. All right, let's roll for initiative.
Do we want to roll and then say next time?
Possibly.
Pardon? Do we want to roll and say the next time?
Les,
Yes.
should we roll and save it for next time or wait until next time to roll because it is 11 o'clock?
Oh, you want to stop?
Yeah.
Before we start into this combat?
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
How long is this combat gonna last?
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, let's pause here, yeah.
Okay, you want to roll the initiatives? You want to wait? We'll do it.
Wait,
and
just
wait.
wait,
I'm
yeah.
just saying that we
wasn't
should,
gonna-
the next time we game should be the 9th.
Yes,
Yes,
my
please.
recommendation or hope is that we play on the 9th.
Okay, well, I'll have to check and make sure.
Steve and everything, right?
Okay.
Well, Bob has the second. And then it's done for a while.
A while. So have you talked to Steve about why did he hear on the 9th? You had a reason and I forgot.
My mead. My mead is bottled on the 9th and I want to be able to bring it in and, share it.
Gotcha, okay,
Small bag.
okay, I'll talk to Steve and we'll.
Right. Because if it's Steve's game, we're gonna play at Mike's and I should not take alcohol then.
Not Mike.
Yeah,
Well, he doesn't allow
Right,
it. Yeah, okay. I mean, I've had a hip flask in there, but I haven't drank it.
right.
It's because I forgot I had it.
In the
Right.
room with other people anyway. in the
No,
bathroom.
I wouldn't do that.
Right.
If Amy found out, ooh, Mike would be on the shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be me getting in trouble, it'd be Mike.
Mike, and yeah, that's why I don't wanna, they're Mormons, they don't drink. Which is why I don't wanna
Bring it there, yeah.
take it there, but I do wanna try it, I do wanna share it.